You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, family? This is our boy, Coach Malachi, in the building. We back, man. Yes, sir. We back, man. All right, TV sound good. We back, man. We know we back, but we back like Quincy Jones, like back on the block. You get what I'm saying? Got some great news. You know, the studio, you know, we still adding going to it. I still have some more things I'm doing with the studio. You know, we have another camera, so we're gonna have another camera angle I'm gonna be introducing. You know what I mean? We're gonna have 3 camera angles. One in the middle, one in the left, and one in the right. You get what I'm saying? And you're gonna be seeing the transitions throughout the show. You get what I'm saying? Not today, but you know, I have. So you know, I'm probably gonna go buy me another camera because I need another camera. I have an R10. I have a Sony 6100, and I have a R10. Canon R10, and I'm thinking about buying another Canon R10 or something of that sort. But anyways, it is what it is. Man, shout out to everybody, man. Y'all know what it is, man. I ain't playing with these fools. True. Yeah, man, I ain't playing with these fools, man. Right now, man, we gonna stay on their bumper. We don't lighten up. I'm gonna tell you like the old coons used to tell me when I was growing up. The old cats, right? We call them old coons. Don't lighten up, tighten up. If you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, who moving ain't? You know, when we playing chess, you know what I mean? Man, who moving is? You know, who moving ain't? Hey man, shout out to Big Jag over there, man, and Instagram. Shout out to Big Jag over there. Big Jag 23. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Big Jag. Shout out to DT. DT say, man, what is the next movie, coach? Hey, we're working on it right now. The script already done. We supposed to do the full. You know, the feature film of it. You know what I mean? But we gotta, you know, I got some other people. You know what I'm talking about. So I got like we had a budget, and well, you know what? I ain't gonna say a lot. We don't have it all the way yet, but I have an idea, a vision of a budget that we want, and it depends on what this guy is going to quote me to charge me for it. You know what I mean? Because there's a comedian that I want in it. And, you know, then I'm going through an actual casting company this time. So I'm going through a casting company, and I think I'm going to, I don't know about the location yet. The location might be in Georgia, might be in Atlanta. I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, but DT, I keep you posted, fam, for sure. Absolutely. You know, you're my main man. So I got you. You know what I mean? I got you. I promise you, you will be in the loop. I promise you that. Give my word on that. You know what I mean? So anyways, but yeah, man, trying to make it. And listen, I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna put this out there because I got to put it out there in the universe. There's nothing no one can do to stop it anyways, but I'm trying to make a meal. I'm trying to make a meal from this office. I'm trying to make a meal from this office. That's what I'm trying to do. Discernment says, Coach, do you work with Motormouth Kaya? What made you ask me that? Shout out to John Davis. He say, man, from Carroll City to Temple. Yes, I have family living in Carroll City right now. Right by Myrtle Grove.
True.
Yes, as a matter of fact, my son lives over there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, shout out to Tough Glove Boss, man. Tough Glove Boss, what's going on, fam? She said, you already made it, coach. Hey, man, look here, man. No, bro, hey, Tough Glove Boss. The game is at an all-time low right now. You get what I'm saying? The game is at an all-time low right now. You know, so what? But the game is ripe for something new. You get what I'm saying? The game is ripe for something new, and I have some new stuff that I'm working on. You get what I'm saying? So you know, it is what it is. I have some new stuff that I'm working on. So you know, and it's like, man, you know, bro, I'm excited about it. When I get excited about something, I get the Holy Ghost, start doing the Harlem Shake. You get what I'm saying? Oh man, hey, shout out to Sheila, man. Shout out to John Martinez. John Martinez is in the building. Salute to you, brother. Shout out to John Potham. So we got Mr. John Martinez and John. Shout out to doggone G5 from the Bronx, Miss Black Panther. Shout out to Clint Cummings. Clinton, what's going on, fam? Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to Jamie from New York. Yeah, man. Hey, look here, man. Shout out to B Craft, and he say thanks for addressing this, coach. Yeah, you know, I mean, it is what it is, man. You know, I talk about everything, man. I got some videos I'm dropping too. So, you know, hey, shout out to Antoine Elliott. Salute to you, fam. Yeah, man, I got some videos I'm dropping too, man. I've been dropping the shorts, but I got some more stuff I'm gonna be dropping, man. And bro, I got this new project I'm working on right now. As soon as I finish this, cause I have my other camera right here, right? You know, I'm tight. You know, I told y'all any money that I make, I put it back in the company. So when I make money, I put it right back in the company. I go to buy, I be buying HDMI cords, lights, cameras, got a soundboard. I'm thinking about buying another soundboard. I want to have a traveling soundboard. You know, I got my doggone ATM Mini Pro over there. I got my C-Tech over there. You know, multi-screen C-Tech monitor over there. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, you know, it is what it is, fam. I'm making it do what it do.
True.
I ain't playing with these suckers, man. I ain't playing with these suckers. I went on ahead and, you know what I mean? It's a lot of shit I'm trying to do, man. But anyways, I'm doing it. Let's get the super chats out of the way. We got a super chat. Shout out to DT. Okay. Dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said, when is the next movie, coach? Yeah, I already addressed that. DT. DT sent me a super chat. I addressed that already. Salute, fam.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, man, y'all hit the like button. Hey, man, shout out to my main man. Shout out to Darren. Darren, what's going on, fam? Hey, this is my brother right here, man. I've been knowing Darren, man, for a long time. Probably about damn. It's been over 30 years. It's been over 30 years. Yeah. A little over 30 years. Long time. That's my main man right there, man. Shout out to Baby, man. Hey, shout out to Mr. High Tower. He say, coach, are you still going to buy that phone board where you can put multiple callers on hold? Oh, you know, I forgot all about that. I need to figure out how I can do that. A switchboard. Yeah. You talking about a switchboard. Kind of like how they did back in the day. They used to have a switchboard when you have multiple calls calling in. Those were for hardline phone calls, though. A lot of y'all don't know about, like, these kids. Y'all don't know what a hardline phone is. You know, y'all coming up in the era to where, well, landlines, hardline to landline phone. Y'all coming up in the era where everything's cell phone. Like, you know, it's amazing. I was talking to somebody, right? And, you know, I'm 51, and I'm like, damn, dog, you know what, fam? It's like, damn, these kids that's coming up in this era, they don't know what it was like before social media, before the smartphone, before Amazon. You get what I'm saying? And me being my age, I have the best of both worlds. I'm very well versed in what's going on today. However, I remember when it wasn't like this. So I knew how to survive pre-social media era, internet, and I know how to survive currently in the social media era and AI era. It's like, damn, they don't even know shit. They don't even know like little simple shit. You get what I'm saying? Damn, dog, how we gonna cook? How we gonna cook this hot dog? Oh, that's easy, fam. It's hot outside. It's real hot outside. Okay, cool. I got a way we can do it, dog. Look here, get aluminum foil. Get a cardboard box, a shoebox, aluminum foil. Layer the shoebox with the aluminum foil. Poke holes in the top of the box you have the shoebox and you have the cover. Poke holes in the cover. Put the hot dogs in the box. Cover it up with the hole, with the holes in the cover. Cover it up. Put it outside. Put it on the patio in the sun. Listen, about 20 minutes, about 20, 30 minutes, you're gonna have you some nice roasted hot dogs. True. They don't know nothing about that. They don't know how to tell the time. They say you ain't got a watch on you and the sun is out and you want to figure out what time it is. They don't know about, listen, man, let's draw a big circle in the sand and get 2 sticks and stick this, matter of fact, do you need 2 sticks? No, you don't need 2 sticks. Get 1 stick and stick it in the, you can draw the circle and put 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, put the stick in the middle of the circle, you know what I mean? And then the light from the sun will tell you exactly what time it is. They don't know that. When you see the shadow from the stick, the shadow, wherever the shadow points at, that's what time it is. They don't know that. True, they didn't come up in that. True. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Shout out to everybody. Let's get into the show. Now, Jaron Ennis sets down Teofimo Lopez quest for a payday. And I intentionally worded that way because that's what it is. You get what I'm saying? In a recent turn of events, Teofimo the Racist Lopez is at it again. In a Jaron Boots Ennis has officially rejected Teo's desperate plea for a payday. What does Teofimo Lopez bring to the table when it comes to Boots? Now, of course, you got people saying, "Oh man, Boots scared of Teofimo Lopez." Nigga, please. Nigga, please. Bro, like, listen, I don't give a damn what nobody say. You ain't nobody gonna tell me that goddamn Jaron Boots Ennis is afraid of Teofimo Lopez. The same dude that got his ass beat by doggone George Cambosos. Is Teofimo a good fighter? Yes, he's a really good fighter. Can't take nothing from him. He's a good fighter. But quit the cap. Anyways. What does Teofimo Lopez bring to the table when it comes to Boots? Teofimo, last time I checked, is a 140 pounder, right? He's never fought at 147 pounds ever, and he doesn't hold the belt at 147. Boots made it clear that he wanted to fight the other champions. That's what he said. And if he can't make the weight, then we'll see what happens. If not, he'll consider moving up. However, there's another black fighter by the name of Brian Norman Jr. who would love the opportunity to give the Hondurian Bigot that work. True. The Hondurian boxer by the name of Teofimo Lopez. Some people call him Teofimo, some people call him T-Hole, or whatever the case may be. I'll call him the Bigot. I'll call him the Racist. That's what he is. The Honduran. I got a new name for Teofimo, the Hondurian Bigot. You know how you have the Mexican Monster. You know how you have the Puerto Rican Assassin. You know how you have the Dream. We're gonna call Teofimo the Hondurian Bigot. That's what I'm calling him. I got Mama Holyfield already. I'm really, really good with names. We got Big Rolo, Mama Holyfield, the Puerto Rican Assassin, featuring the Hondurian Bigot. True. He's being branded with that based on what he says out of his mouth. You know what I mean? Anyways. Teo is famously known for expressing his open racism and contempt for black fighters. Jaron Boots Ennis ain't having none of that. By Boots refusing to do business with an open racist such as the Hondurian Bigot Teofimo Lopez, he now has no choice but to take the Devin Haney offer from Bill Haney. True. You might as well fight Devin Haney. You get what I'm saying? You ain't got no, listen, Teofimo, you don't have no Hispanic fans. I've been to your fight. Nigga, your shit was half empty. When you fight in New York, where you from? You fighting in the Hulu Theater. The Puerto Ricans don't fuck with you. The blacks ain't fucking with you. Might be a couple of black fighters who still fuck with you. You know, them niggas be shucking and jiving. And the white boxing fans don't fuck with you. You are a Honduran fighter without a fan base. You're not a draw. You can't draw flies to shit. When people talk about fighters like, oh man, Devin Haney ain't no draw and this and that, and you know, and other fighters, you know, or maybe even other black fighters or such and such, right? Or other Hispanic fighters. Oh man, David Benavidez, we call David Benavidez the Mexican monster. Oh, David Benavidez ain't no draw. He don't deserve a fight to do this and with Canelo and this and that. Okay, well, goddamn, he's a bigger draw than Teofimo. Teofimo, in the height of his career, he wasn't a draw. He can't draw flies to shit. He's a man without a land, a man without a plan, and he's a man without a fan base. Let's not forget that. I don't see a bunch of Mexicans running around talking about some, hey, Viva Tio. They ain't rocking out with him like that. He need to find some Honduran boxing fans to see can he swell it up. That's what he need. He ain't got no fans. Really though. True. Did you get what I'm saying? As I said before, by Boots refusing to do business with Teofimo Lopez, he has no choice but to fight Devin Haney. Teofimo recently dissed Turkey Island Sheik as well on X, the app formerly known as Twitter, by calling him a dictator. Dictator. That's what he said, right? Then he deleted the tweet like a bitch. You know, I cannot stand these tweet and delete ass niggas. Niggas who tweet some shit, knowing motherfuckers gonna screenshot it then delete it for what? Stand on that shit, fam. One thing I respect about a man is when a man stand on what he say, even if he's wrong, or even if if he's wrong, I respect the fact that okay, once he realizes he's wrong, he can come back and apologize. That's cool. But like stand on some shit. You can't be, oh, I'm gonna say some racist shit. Oh, let me take it back. Oh, I'm gonna be racist. Oh no, I'm just playing. Ooh, let me call the black fighters monkeys. You know what I mean? Oh no, I'm just bullshitting, dog. I'm doing it because I'm trying to get a fight. No. You play. Listen. We don't play them crackhead games where I'm from. Where I'm from, we don't play them crackhead games. I don't give a fuck who I offend. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, dog. Like it's a point in time, a man got to stand on principle. You know, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. If you let a nigga try you one time, he gonna try you twice. You get what I'm saying? We ain't letting shit slide, but the electric slide. That's it. The only sliding we doing is when we talking about the electric slide or the cha-cha slide or something like that. There, anything dealing with that. You get what I'm saying? I just gotta call a spade though. It is what it is. We're not here to play these crackhead games, right? Anyways, it amazes me. Now this is the thing. This is the thing, right? This is the thing. T.O. posted a video of him at Mayweather's boxing club in Las Vegas saying that Turkey fired him. Turkey fired me. Now, this is the crazy part about it, right? This is the crazy part about it. For someone who is blatantly can't stand the black fight, he's jealous of them. Shows his open contempt for them. He's always now all of a sudden trying to call out the very same black fighters that he openly hates, that he openly have contempt for. So the very same niggers that you call out, you said it out of your mouth, now you need those guys. You need a Jaron Boots Ennis. I don't look at him as a nigger. He's a black man. I don't look at Terrence Crawford as a nigger. He's a black man. But apparently Teofimo look at them as niggers. So no problem. Let's address that. So now these very same people who you have contempt for, now you're begging them to fight you for a payday. You're begging the very same people who you show open contempt and open bigotry and racism against. Now you're begging them for a payday. Are there any? How come you're not calling out Loma? Are there any Honduran fighters out there that you can fight? Pretty sure some white fighters you can fight out there. Why you gotta call the black fighters out? I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying? I thought you feel me? Oh, you need them, huh? You trying to get that payday, huh? Okay, I get it. Racists need money too. It amazes me that even though Teofimo Lopez shows his open contempt for black fighters, he's always on their dicks begging them for a payday. Terrence Crawford doesn't want to give you a payday. Jaron Boots Ennis don't want to give you a payday. And it appears, based on what Teo said out of his own mouth, that Turki Al-Sheikh doesn't want to have anything to do with your racist ass. Now, I will say this. When you got the kind of money that Turki Al-Sheikh is playing with, they really don't care nothing about that stuff like that to that degree, unless it's something that's going to mess up their brand. They're going to always do something that makes, because it's nothing, it's nothing personal to them. If you're not directing something personally to them, it doesn't matter to them. But even Shakur Stevenson said something out of pocket about Turki Al-Sheikh online, and then next thing you know, he signed a contract to fight with him. I think he signed a contract to fight with him. I think one fight or something of that sort. And it just go to show you that someone like a Turki Al-Sheikh who got all this money that he has access to, they don't trip on the emotional shit. Businessmen never let personal things get in the way of business. Business people are not like the normal average people in society. The normal average people in society, we will allow our personal emotions and feelings to get in the way of anything if we have a strong disdain or love or affection for something or somebody or against something or against somebody. Business people, on the other hand, even though they share the same human traits, the bottom line is always the money. So a business person, they would do business with the racist. They would do business with the bigot. They would do business with someone that they would probably never even associate with, outside of business. But however, they're going to look at the bottom line. If the ends justify the means, if it's for good business, yeah, we'll do it. They're not like us. They're not like, the average people, right? When it comes to that. So I say all that to say this. I wouldn't be surprised if T.O. makes a post apologizing to Turkey, bowing down, very similar to what Shakur Stevenson did a few months ago. I use the term bowing down because that's what Timothy Bradley says. What T.O. has to learn is that being an ignorant, open bigot is not suitable for business. That's what he's going to have to learn. Me personally, I like T.O.'s open racism. I like open racists. My favorite racist is the open racist because he's going to let me know where he's staying. That's what I appreciate about Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia. Those guys are open bigots and racists. So I said, you know what? Now that I know that, I'm glad they let that be known. That's cool, but stand on it. What I don't like is motherfuckers to be walking shit back. Nigga, what you tweeting and deleting for? Say what you say, stand on it. Say it with your chest, little nigga. That's what they told me when I was growing up. I'm just saying, I got to throw that out there, right? Anyways. For what I'm seeing, this is what I'm seeing. It appears that the Devin Haney option, is the only option for the Hondurian bigot, Teofimo Lopez. We'll see how this works out. In other news, and there is other news, Jose Benavidez Sr. advised Saul Canelo Alvarez to stay far away from his son, David, the Mexican monster, Benavidez. True. Jose Sr. says, and I quote, David is the Mexican monster, for a reason. If Canelo were to fight my son now, he would end up in the hospital. David is young and strong. That is true. He's young and strong. And it's his time now. We'll find out. And Canelo knows it. I've told fans to forget about Canelo versus David fight. If I were Canelo's trainer, I would beg Canelo not to fight David. End quote. Now I have one thing to say about that. if you are Jose Benavidez Sr., and you're saying that you are advising Canelo not to fight your son because your son is a Mexican monster, he'll destroy him, he'll do A, B, C, and D to him. If you can't say that in one breath and then say, man, Canelo don't want to fight my son. No, he's scared. He's a chicken and this and that. And Dave Benavidez can't be going around saying, yeah, man, Canelo, he don't want to fight me. He don't want to fight me. And then this and that. Okay, because you can't have it both ways. Your father say, Canelo shouldn't fight you because you're too much of a threat for him. But then the son say, Canelo don't want to fight me, and he's complaining about it. And I do get it, because that would have been your beating someone like a Canelo, having Canelo's scalp on your resume. And I think Dave Benavidez will beat Canelo, especially this version of Canelo. I think he'll beat him for real. Now I know my main man Jules from Ring IQ, he don't think so, but yeah, I honestly believe so. There's a reason why he's not fighting him, but that's what I'm saying. You can't have it both ways. You was advising. You said you put him in the hospital. We'll never know, because David Benavidez has moved up the light heavyweight, and even if he was still at super middleweight, he still wouldn't get that fight. We still. Canelo say, man, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I got options, Puto. I got options. You know what I mean? I don't have to fight you. Who are you? You ain't nobody. You're nobody. You're fake Mexican. You're not even real Mexican. You know what I mean? You're not even real Mexican. You know what I mean? You're the piñata. You're not even a real Mexican. That's why I'm not going to fight you, because you don't want to represent who you really are. Aren't you from Guatemala? You from Guatemala? You know what I mean? Represent Guatemala. Stop trying to be a part of my culture, True. Stop trying to be a part of my ethnicity. That's not you. You know what I mean? Canelo, I am Mexican. Ask Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson knows. Oh, Mike Tyson don't know nothing. Mike Tyson, all jokes aside, Mike Tyson wouldn't know a Puerto Rican. He wouldn't know a Mexican from a Puerto Rican, from a Dominican, from a Cuban. He wouldn't know. Hey, Mike Tyson wouldn't know. For Mike Tyson concerned, all them Mexicans. y'all Mexican, dog. Y'all Mexican. I ain't Mexican, man. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Dominican. Yeah, man, I'm Cuban. Where are you from? Yeah, I'm from Mexico, is it? All right, well, all right, well, okay, well, all right. Well, it's the same. You know what I'm trying to say. True. Hey, that what the motherfucker be saying when he get caught. Now you know. Come on, fam. Like, cut it out now. You know what I'm trying to say. Fuck it, you know what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm saying? All right, but you wrong with the 2 left pair of shoes on this one. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? But yeah, he said he told the fans to forget about the Canelo versus David Benavidez fight. You know what I mean? And he said that if I was Canelo's trainer, I would beg Canelo not to fight David. David would end his career. Ain't cool. Let's listen to the videos and let's examine the comment section. You know I love the comment section of both Teo and Jose Sr. Videos to see what the fans have to say. Today's show has been sponsored, and today's show is sponsored by the one and only, the legendary Foster's Barbershop. If you are in the city of Tampa, please download the app called Booksy. That's BOOKSY. Book an appointment. That's the only, and that barbershop only works by appointments. And you can go there, get your haircut, man. Foster's Barbershop is a great barbershop. It has a tiki hut. It has a tiki hut in the back, tiki bar, bartender. You can get a haircut. You don't have to worry about no long line, no waiting, none of that. As soon as you go in, the barber gonna get to work, get your fresh fade, whatever you're trying to get. Now they don't do. Now they don't do lace fronts there. They don't do lace fronts, and they don't do crocheting and yarning. So if you Mama Hofield and you trying to go there to get your wig done, we ain't got that. We don't rock like that over there at Foster's Barbershop. Now you want to edge. Now again, I don't know if he can edge you back here because your edge way back here. So I don't know. We don't know how. He a great barber now. He been cutting hair for over 30 years. So that's my man's. My main man's now. He been cutting hair for over 30 years. But I just have to show him. I got to send him a picture first. Just try to make sure, because I don't know if he can do anything with Mama Hofield. You know what I mean? Rograin can help you. Shout out to Foster's Barbershop, man. It is what it is. 1923 West Main Street, West Temple, Florida, 33607. Download the app Booksy on your smartphone. Book an appointment and let them know that Coach Malachi sent you. When you get there, you will get a discount, 10% discount. Let's give Foster's Barbershop, our sponsor, a round of applause. Yeah, I ain't playing. Yeah, man, we throwing fastballs today.
The stickiest of the icky.
You want to smoke with the old boy, Rick James?
I might, you know what I mean? We throw a fastball today. I might have to put the lokes on today. All right, hey, I might be loked out today. Let me put these lokes on. I got the NWA hat on. It's only right that I wear the lokes with the NWA hat. It's only right that I do that. You get what I'm saying? We got NWA, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, the MC Ram. They forgot to have Yella up there. DJ Yella, they forgot to have Yella up there, but that's okay. Yeah, man, we're gonna put the lokes on. We might do the show. You know what I mean? Hold on. Ain't this how Boss and She gonna be looking? Oh my gosh, this is Boss and Shigo. You know what I mean? Shigo, what's saying? Shigo Nostradamus, it was a Nostradamus, Shigo Damus. This is Shigo Damus. I keep telling you guys, I am the oracle. I'm the oracle of boxing. I tell you, you know what I mean? Like, nobody has braids like box braids like Tank. The box braid is popular in the urban city because of Tank Davis's influence. On he has his finger on the pulse when it comes to pop culture, and when Tank brought the box braids back, you know what I mean? Everybody saw that, and he's so influential now. Everybody else want to wear box braids. Even fighters like Tank, like Devin Haney. You know what I mean? Tank is so beautiful. Anything he does, he's a trendsetter. He gets diamonds in his teeth. Nobody was doing that, and then now Devin Haney wants to get diamonds in his teeth. When Tank Davis, went bought him a Lambo with suicide doors. Then Devin Haney wants to go get a Lambo with suicide doors. When Tank. When Tank went and got some skinny jeans, Devin Haney want to go get skinny jeans. When Tank went and got him a purse, you know what I mean? Devin Haney wants to go get him a purse. So, he's so influential, you know what I mean, and such a trend center, you know what I mean, that he's affecting the fashion trends in the sport of boxing. True. Yeah, nigga around. I'm like, man, bro, I don't know what kind of shit these niggas talking about. These niggas talking about box braids. They talking about diamonds and teeth. They talking about skinny jeans. They talking about, hey, shout out to Sheila from Cali. Sheila, what's going on, Sheila? They talking about skinny jeans. You get what I'm saying? All the flim, the fugazi stuff. I said, yeah, boy. I'm like, yeah, and that's when it hit me. I said, you know what? These dudes ain't they not fans of boxing. They fans of certain boxers. And they in love. A lot of men ain't men no more like it used to be in America. When I was growing up, men were men. Now, it's a whole lot of fugazi stuff going on. Just a whole lot of fugazi. You get what I'm saying? I guess it's cool to be fugazi today. Now, if you want to be fugazi, I ain't knocking that. I got a little fugazi in my family. You know what I mean? I think everybody do. I ain't knocking that. If that's what you do, man, that's what you do. Even if you're a family member, I love you still. No, I still love you. I still love my family. I ain't tripping on that. Everybody got that. But I'm just saying though, right? But I just come on out the closet then. I'd rather these niggas come out the closet. Like she go, just come on out the closet, dog. At this point, it is what it is. Hey, shout out to Mr. Golden. Just come on out the closet, dog. You know what I mean? I'd rather you just listen. I'd rather you just, instead of hiding behind masculinity or hiding behind you being so cool and all that stuff there, but we see all this sugarfoot shit, all this sweet stuff you doing. Like, man, motherfucker here, man, doing a whole lot of suspect shit. Like it ain't that much coincidental suspect stuff in the world. Like, if you do something suspect one time, you can say, okay, that's all right. Like, maybe he just wasn't paying attention. If you do something suspect twice, it's kind of like, okay, he did that shit twice. Now you got to keep your eye on him. But if you are repetitively, if you are an habitual line stepper, if you are habitual, just consistently doing the same shit, suspect shit stuff, that's a representation of who you are. You might as well go ahead and come out the closet like this brother did.
After my God, I respected you. I respect you. After my God. I respect you. After my God. Give him after my God.
You second to God, champ.
No. I didn't listen. I respect him. I'm sorry. I respect him.
Come on for the nigga pass out. Take the picture before you pass out.
Yeah, get him before he pass out.
Yeah.
Hold him up.
Yo, we gotta take this guy everywhere. Yeah. Yo, champ.
He needs air.
You need air.
Take the picture. Take the picture before you face the picture.
That's my hero, right? That's my hero. One more.
Don't worry about it. Come on, I got you, guys.
Yeah, man, just go ahead and come on out the closet, fam. We ain't tripping. We ain't tripping, fam. You just go ahead and come on out the closet, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? I need to know where we stand at right now. Stand on business. Cause I'm gonna stand on business about me. When it come to me, I'm gonna stand on business. So you know what I mean? If you pitching and catching, stand on business. If you're an open flaming racist, okay, stand on business. Stand on that shit. Yeah, nigga, I said that. I called you a nigga. Yeah, and what? Stand on that. Don't be like, oh no, man, I was just, I ain't really mean it, dog. I was just trying to promote a fight. No, that's whole shit. No, stand on that shit, fam. Stand with your chest. Yeah, stand on that shit. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. If you're gonna come out the closet, be out the closet. Stand on it. You know what I mean? Embrace your truth. That's who you are. Don't be in denial about it. You get what I'm saying? Because you ain't fooling me. Like literally. You know what I mean? Shout out to D-Lo. Jumping out $2 super chat. He said they should tell Teofimo hold his nuts and keep waiting. Yeah, you got to hold your own nuts, baby boy. Shout out to Boston Wave. Jumping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy. Super chat received. Playtime's over, boy.
Boston Wave, I agree with you on this here. He said, what's up, coach? He said, just listening while on the road. I agree. Black fighters shouldn't give him a payday, but I would love to see Boots stomp him out. I feel like two ways about that too. I really, I would love, to be fair, I would love to see, shout out to Boston Wave, man, New York stand up. This is a good brother right here, man. Y'all please go subscribe to this channel. Boxing Wave, I agree with this. To be fair, I would prefer to see Boots fight Teofimo Lopez. All this shit about, man, Boots scared of Teofimo. Nigga, please. Ain't nobody scared of no motherfucking Teofimo Lopez. Trying to scandalize Boots' name. And again, I'm not from Philly. So I ain't capping for him. But I'm just like, dude, like, you ain't gonna tell me that, I'm scared of this nigga that 140 pounds. Lord, he finna move up. Dad, what we gonna do? Let me talk to Gilly and Wallow. Hey, listen, man, Timothy Bradley, I was listening to Wow. No, Gilly, what you gotta say? Man, you know what, young buck, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm listening to Timothy Bradley. Timothy Bradley make a valid point. He said, man, you should stay far away from Teofimo. I don't know about that one, nephew. Nephew, I don't know about that one. You think I should stay away from him? Yeah, don't mess with him. Don't mess with him. He lost to George Camboso, but don't mess with him.
True.
Boy, hush. all five of Teofimo fans, they ain't gonna bet a quarter on that nigga.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
They ain't gonna bet a quarter on that nigga at all. You know what I mean? He better try to go find some Honduran boxing fans. That's what he need to do. Look, dog. I don't know if Hondurans watch boxing, but it might be one or two from there. You know what I mean? You probably can, get a couple of them and let them know when you fight and get them to show up. Cause boy, you can't draw flies to shit. Like for real though, boy. Like listen, you ain't selling a goddamn thing. You couldn't even listen. You listen. You so much of a bad ticket seller. You couldn't sell ass on in the middle of Figueroa. You know what I mean? With some Daisy Dukes on, if you was a hoe.
Well, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman.
Yeah, dog.
That's wrong, that's wrong. He did nothing to you.
You'll be the only prostitute that couldn't make no money. Shout out to D-Lo. Salute to you, fam. Okay. Jumping out $2 super chat. He said, Timo says that needs a fade, but not paid for the fade. Yeah. He trying to get some big money and all that shit there. No. Keep making that same shit that Bob Aaron been paying you. You say Bob been paying you $1 million, which I know you've been making a little bit more than that. No, keep getting that what Bob been paying you. You know what I mean? We got to get you on a racist payment plan. Then we got to get you on that bigoted payment plan. Yeah, you know what I mean? Now I heard you made $5 million in your last fight and you fought Arnold Barbosa. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you like I told Teofimo. I'm gonna tell Teofimo. I'm gonna tell your bigoted ass. What I call you, the Hondurian bigot. The Hondurian bigot. I'm gonna tell you what I told goddamn Shakur Stevenson. I said, look, it don't make no sense to defecate on the very guy who can pay you the most money that you ever been paid in a fight. When Shakur went on X Which like these fighters are I don't know what the fuck they be thinking about. Like you don't go online, and you don't go online and openly shit on your paymaster. You are a minimum wage fighter at best. You have someone that's in the business that's going to pay you a little bit more than minimum wage. Double or even triple the minimum wage that you used to getting paid. Why would you go online and shit on them? If you feel a certain type of way about them, keep that to yourself. Don't go online and shit on them. Tucker Al-Sheet don't take it personal. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. You know, when you work with that kind of money, you don't worry about words, people's opinions or feelings. When you are secure within the manhood, when you are secure within yourself, the man within yourself, you secure with that. You get what I'm saying? And you can tell when someone is secure in their own manhood. It's the way they walk, the way they talk. They don't have that jittery energy when they talking. They don't be shucking and jiving around certain people. They don't be buck dancing around certain people. They are the way they are, wherever they're at, whoever they're around. It doesn't matter. You get what I'm saying? Because they know, like a person like myself, I don't know how to be no one else but me. So I don't know how to act outside of the realm of me. I don't give a fuck who I'm around. You know what I mean? I'm going to listen. If I see some shit funny, I'm going to bust out laughing. If I see some shit funny, I may clown a nigga. I may talk some shit. Laugh, have fun. I'm going to do that anywhere I go. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to beat me. I don't know how to beat nobody else. True. That's why I say I respect open races. Stand on that shit, my nigga. Be you. You know what I mean? Anyways. Shout out to Sheila. Sheila, what's going on, Sheila? Let's look at this. Shout out to Ben in court. Jumping out $2 super chat. He said, Coach, what do you think about Boots versus Charlo? Which Charlo you talking about? You talking about you must be talking about Jamel Charlo. Yeah, I would love to see that fight. I have a question for you since you brought up Charlo. Do you have any information about when Jamel Charlo is coming back? And if so, which weight class is he coming back to? And when is he fighting? When is he fighting? You get what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But anyways, let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and play this video. From the certified bigot, racist, Teofimo bitch ass. Now, hold on. Now this, I want to say this here too. He always on the nigga nuts though. Did you notice that? He got a picture where he round Floyd, pictures where he up on the Terrence Crawford arm. Like, he has open contempt for the black fighter, but he always want to be on their nuts. As though he wants to be them so bad. Be content with being from Honduras, fam. Be content with the blood that's flowing through your veins. Like you always on a nigga nutsack, fam. Swinging on a nigga pubic hairs. Claiming fame off another nigga name. Let's go. Yeah.
Just finished our session. Got a good training session in. And, just learning. Improvising. And at the same time, just cooling down. Boxing great again, you know what I'm saying? Like, make boxing great again. And then I get fired by Turkey Al-Sheet. His Excellency, right? He don't fire my boy. It's crazy.
You got the right guy in your corner now.
The right one? No, I got the one now.
Yeah, you got that right. Boy, you go get that shit.
Love, man.
I really hate you. Part of the game. You know you're doing the right thing, man. Just stay focused.
Man, who this nigga in the background talking about something? You're doing the right thing, stay focused. This better not be no coon ass, buck dancing ass nigga in the background trying to get his bold bigoted racist motherfucker words of encouragement. Man, who that whole ass nigga in the background that's saying that shit? I don't know who. Listen. If I find out who that is, I'm gonna do a whole show flaming this nigga. I don't know who that is. I don't know. Listen, I don't know who that is. I don't know who Chicken George is. Who this old Chicken George ass nigga in the background? You get what I'm saying? The fuck you talking about, hoe ass nigga? True. And then he got a picture. Then this punk motherfucker got a picture of him and Floyd. You know, now Floyd don't give a damn. Floyd don't give a damn about that. Floyd. Listen, about Floyd now. I love him as a fighter. I'm not gonna lie. I love him as a fighter. Shout out to Relax and Chill. Shout out to Took His Manhood. Salute to you, fam. NPR. I love him as a fighter. But Floyd Mayweather, boy, let me tell you something, boy. He don't give a damn. Like, he would sell his ass for $1. Floyd don't give a damn. Like, Floyd, listen, Florida let a motherfucker probably spit in his face, call him a boy, nigga, all that shit. And he'll be like, you can come in what you want to call me, you know, as long as you're paying me, you know, but they'll be like, yeah, well, Floyd, we got $50 million over here for you now. You know, I'm like I said before, you know, I'm not gonna let words hurt me. You know, I'm gonna fatten up my bank account. Like, Floyd don't give a damn. Floyd don't give a damn. The only thing Floyd Mayweather care about is money. It's getting paid. That's it. You can say whatever you want to say about him. He don't give a damn. Listen, Floyd Mayweather take a picture with the Klan if it meant fame, notoriety, and put some money in his bank account. True. Yeah. Yeah. Floyd Mayweather sold out a long time ago. Again, I like him as a fighter, but he sold out a long time ago. Some would say, no, I didn't sell out. I bought in. Yeah, he bought in a long time ago. Bought in, said he did that. Now again, I ain't gonna count for the nigga. Now, as of late to being a fighter, I praise Floyd in the confounds of boxing. Anything outside of boxing, fuck him. Anyways, it is what it is. But yeah, let's go over it. Let's see what's up. Let's go over it. See what's up. Go Blue. I just saw a video of Blue. I just saw a video of Blue. I ain't gonna lie. I be watching a lot of Blue videos. Blue, I be laughing. This dude said, how you get fired on your day off? This guy said, how long is it going to take for him to realize he's the issue? Now, this is the comment section of the video. This guy said, dude doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut. Looking at how much he runs his mouth in front of cameras, imagine having to deal with him behind closed doors must be a nightmare. This guy said definition of your mouth would get you into trouble. This guy said because he's a clown. He said first Canelo fired him, now Turkey. Canelo don't even want to have nothing to do with this fool. You want to like fam, like be around your people, fam. Go find some Hondurans to hang around. The Mexicans don't fuck with you. The Puerto Ricans don't fuck with you. The Dominicans don't fuck with you. The blacks don't fuck with you. And the whites don't fuck with you. You get what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, my niggas, I done been to your fight. I know they ain't fucking with you. The crowds that you boxed in front of tell me that. You did? Anyways, this guy right here says T.O. going to end up like AB. He said T.O. go end up. He said T.O. go end up like AB.
But you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
I tell you what, I wouldn't mind seeing an old school boycott. Yeah, we finna boycott this motherfucker here, man. Look, fact of the matter is, you need a black fighter to help you get your biggest payday. And the black fighter say, you know what, we finna boycott this motherfucker. You ain't getting no fights with none of us. If they could just have some kind of solidarity in that. Now, again, I do want to see Boots. I swear to God, I want to see Boots beat the shit out of this motherfucker here, boy. Like, bro, I'm telling you, boy, if this fight were to ever happen, fam, or even Brian Norman Jr., Lord have mercy, boy. I think Brian, oh yeah, Lord, that nigga there, boy, shit. That nigga there, I don't know, but either one of them, bro. I'm talking about, but listen, I'm betting the house. I would be from Philadelphia that day. Nigga, I'm from Philly. I'm gonna have on the Philadelphia Eagles jersey. I'm gonna be Philadelphia out that day. I'm telling you. You ain't gonna find a bigger Boots Ennis fan than me that day. You know what I mean? If these fools fought, you get what I'm saying? But you know, they want to boycott it. They can boycott them. Now find you an Hispanic to fight. Find you somebody from Honduras to fight. Get what I'm saying? Keep your money. So some shit just by principle. This guy said he gonna cry in the car. This guy right here says that he tried Tio because all of that racist, all of the racist remarks he's been saying. Okay. That could be a valid point. I'm not sure about that as of yet though. This guy say, is he getting the press again? Let's bring the violin back. This guy say, bye, we don't give a fuck. He said nigga got fired on his day off. He said bro's whole swag and vibe is a black American. For someone who always got some slick shit to say, he sure is good at cosplaying and being in our spaces. Listen, you want to go to Mayweather, cause he know Floyd. He can go around Floyd. Floyd go, don't worry about it, Tio. Don't worry about it. I mean, you can call me nigger any day of the week. I don't care because I'm rich. I know I have a lot of money. Don't worry about it, Tio. I mean, I got you, baby boo. Don't worry about it, baby boo. Don't worry about it. I mean, I got you. I try to put a good word in for you to the black community, but I don't think they fuck with you like that. True. Fuck them. Let's see who else we got. What else we got here? Where is? I said what I said. I'm standing on that shit. One thing about it, y'all ain't got to worry about Coach apologizing. You ain't got to worry about me coming back saying, oh man, I was kind of wrong what I said about Tio. Let me see, can I try to make things right. You ain't never in life got to worry about me doing that shit. I stand on any motherfucking thing I say. Hell or high water, I get 25 fucks. True. You know what I mean? Like what Paul say, first off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim. West side where we ride, come and quit with game. You claim to be a racist because a black man fuck your wife. We bust on Teofimo. We bust on Hondurian Bigot nigga fuck for life. You want to fight Boots off? You want to fight Boots off? You know what I mean? You want to get in the ring because you want to get a payday hard. Barbarian ain't paying you hard. The black fighters don't want to give you no recreation hard. I heard Bill Haney called you out because he want to make a fight between you and Dev hard. You gonna sign the contract hard. Dev your only option hard. You don't know what else to do hard. You know what I'm saying? And he better call motherfucker Bill Haney. I should call Bill. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna call Bill and find out what Bill got to say about this here. Bill, what you got to say, man? I know y'all trying to get Turk out of the seat to pay for that. I'm gonna let Bill know. Now, let me tell you something now, baby boy. Now, if you take this fight now, you better beat him. You better beat him now. You get what I'm saying, goddamn? Because the hood gonna be watching. Now, listen, this for the whole hood. This for the whole hood. Now, the hood gonna be watching this now. I don't know if Devin Haney had what it take though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't know. I really don't know if he got it. I don't know if he got what it takes. You know what I mean? Like, we gonna send a hit man. We gotta have a real killer. Do anybody think that Devin Haney? Is Devin Haney that won? Again, I want his dad to get mad. Like, what the fuck you mean? You don't think he the one and all that stuff there? I gotta hear this shit. From this nigga talking about catching bullets with teeth and all this shit. I don't want to hear that. I really don't want to hear that shit, though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to hear that shit. I already know that shit. Yeah, man, I got to hear that shit. Hold on. Let me pull up. All right, here go my main man. Here go Jose. Y'all check Jose out. Back then they didn't want me. Hold on. Before I show y'all this. I remember a time. This what Teofimo said about Turkey out of sheep. You remember this here? You were just up under the man's armpit just yesterday. Now he talking about some dictator at Turkey out of sheep. How you gonna shit on the man? And you see how he spelled dictator. How you gonna shit on the man? Why you saying dictator? Cause he fucked you? He ran up in you with that desert saying. Anyways, Like, how you gonna, the man paid you $5 million to fight doggone Barbosa. The most money you've ever been paid in your life. Now, of course, Top Rank got they cut. But hey man, I got $5 million. Yes, you did. You did good, T.O. You did good. Now, as for that 30% that we have to get, 30%, what are you talking about? Yes, 1.5 is coming to us. 1.5, yes, 1.5 is coming to us. That 30% is coming to us. And then there's other things. We lost money on your last 2 fights. And, it's a shame. I thought that we can pass you for Puerto Rican. That didn't work. The Puerto Ricans was not spoiling for that. Then I thought maybe we can pass you by for maybe being a Mexican, but you don't look nothing like a Mexican, so they didn't go for it. Then the Dominicans, they was like, they'll pass. And, last one, we tried to make you a black, we tried to get you in the black community because they known for accepting people outside of the community, but we tried to get you in there and then you started being racist. You started letting that racist shit come out of your mouth, and now they don't want to fuck with you. So I really don't know. So we lost money. So I need the 30%. Plus, we got to recoup from the last 2 fights. We didn't make no money. True. See, the boxing contracts are very similar to, from what I've heard, from what I've learned. But, boxing ain't nothing but the promotional companies, like the record companies, like in music, the record companies is like a bank. You're going to get a record deal. I just signed a $2 million deal with Def Jam. Change that deal to loan. You signed a $2 million. You just got a $2 million loan, a line of credit from Def Jam, and so they're gonna use that money, $2 million, to help shoot your videos, get you in the studio, this and that, and then they're gonna give you an advance. So they're gonna give you a loan, a line of credit, LOC, or some cash, whatever the case may be. Yeah, you're gonna draw from that $2 million. That's going to come. So we're going to give you that in advance. That's called an advance. We're going to give you that in advance, baby boy. Now what we got to do now, we got to recoup. And we don't recoup on this fight, then we going to take back pay. We're going to take from the next fight. You get what I'm saying? It's called cross-collateralization. You've been in the music business. You probably heard that before. Cross-collateralization. We got to cross-collateralize because we lost on this one, so we got to try to make up for it on the second one. So that 1.5 or 3 million that you was supposed to got in the second fight, 30% of that we took to cover the expenses from the last fight we lost. On top of the other 30, you got to pay us anyways. True. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute, man. 60% is gone? Yeah, 60%. You can't say, kid, the Hispanics are not supporting you and the blacks don't fuck with you. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's amazing. It was all good yesterday, though. Used to be my homie. Now you act like you don't know me. Call a man a dictator, huh? You call him a dictator, huh? Let's see what Teofimo, Jose Benavidez Sr. has to say. Talk to him, Jose.
But what I'm saying is, he would not stand a chance with David. David's the Mexican monster. He's young. He's coming strong. It's his time now. Right. I'll tell you right now, like I told everybody, don't forget about that fight with David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. If I was Canelo's trainer, I would beg him. I would advise him, don't fight this fucking monster. Don't fight David. You can end up in the hospital. At the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. I'm not disrespecting him. Right. Dude, he's a young fucking monster. Hungry. You see what he did right now? Fresh people, you know? Can he? No disrespect to Canelo. He already did what he did. But it comes a time where you got to pass the torch to somebody else. Yeah. The guy that's right now at that weight is the Mexican monster, David Benavidez.
Okay. Okay, you heard what he said. You heard what he said. He said, "Goddamn, you know what I mean? We gonna put him in the hospital. Go put him in the hospital." You get what I'm saying? I kind of thought. Shout out to Two Tone the Superstar. I think Two Tone recorded this. I kind of thought that he would have been. They would have been past Canelo at this. I mean, you don't move up. You get what I'm saying? Y'all don't move up. So I would have thought they would have been past Canelo. This motherfucker still talking about Canelo. Yeah, man, yo, Canelo, if I was you did the right thing. Now fight us. This and that, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, nah. Canelo like, yeah, I'm trying to tell you, man, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, that was a close one. They say Canelo was shaking in his boots. And the dog go, hey, shout out to Jules. Jules over there, ring IQ, don't believe. So he like, man, Canelo, that'd be his easiest fight. I'm like, no, I don't know about that. Oh, I don't know about that with Jules. I don't know about that one. Oh no, that's gonna be Canelo easy fight. That motherfucker right there, boy. No, Mike Tyson gave him the name, the Mexican Monster. Y'all do know that. Mike Tyson gave him the name.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out.
What's up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who won it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican Monster.
Mexican Monster.
Hello. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Mike Tyson called the man the Mexican Monster, and they running with it. I say, boy, they took it and ran with it. I remember, dog. I say they made the man, and they say Canelo told the man, you can't, you better not use the Mexican Monster name no more. You know what? If you want to fight with me, get rid of your name. You can't call yourself the Mexican Monster anymore. That doesn't count. Mike Tyson was on shrooms. You know he was high. You know when he said that. You know he didn't mean it. He didn't know that you wasn't Mexican. You know what I mean? So you know they say all of us look alike. Notice all of us looking like, change your name. You go back to the Bandana Roja. Go back to Bandana Roja. That's your name. You know what I mean? And no more Mexican Monster. And then next thing I know, I look on Box Red. The Mexican Monster wasn't there no more. I said, damn, what did they do? They took his name. So they're not gonna call him. Yeah, the man couldn't. Canelo, his dad was all in Mexico doing interviews and on Mexican sports channels, apologizing. They went on an apology tour with Canelo went to Top Rank. Went to PBC, signed that 3-fight deal over there at the PBC. He made them go on an apology tour. I say, how in the hell? Like you gotta be, but I'll be mad as hell at Al Heyman. Be like, Al, how you let this man come to the PBC, sign a 3-fight contract with us, and I'm not a part of the equation? Like, don't that defeat the whole purpose, fam? Like, Canelo came over here. He only fought, guess what? When he went to the PBC, he fought one PBC fight. He fought one PBC fighter in that 3-fight deal. The other two, the one PBC fighter was Jamel Charlo. The other two fighters was a Golden Boy fighter by the name of Jaime Munguia, and the other fighter was a matchroom fighter by the name of Edgar Berlanga. True. brother. Well, yeah, I told you, Canelo, nigga, why you think Canelo went to the PBC? He tired of this motherfucker calling his name out. I'm finna come to your trap and take over the trap, nigga. I'm coming over here. I'm finna sign, and I'm finna do a 3-fight deal, nigga. What's up? And he still couldn't get the fight. You can't make this up, man. So I'm like, bro, it's over with. Like, why y'all keep bringing up Canelo at this point? You get what I'm saying? At this point, what's the point? The man went over there. Hey, shout out to Locker. Shout out to Locker 76. Brooklyn's in the house. The man went over there for 3 fights, and you still couldn't get the fight. Like, what's the point? Anyway, now, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up, swole up. I saw some. I did see something else now. Let's go ahead and look at my timeline. Let's look at my timeline. All right. Oh, Lord have mercy. This old man. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. I really don't want to say nothing bad about Floyd, dog, but this nigga here, boy. So you see now for someone who have open contempt for black fighters, he's showing up all up under one. Now look at the look on Floyd's face. Floyd got an awkward look on his face. You get what I'm saying? But he's showing up all up under the goat. One of the goats. All up under his wing. You get what I'm saying? You couldn't find no Hondurian gym to go to? You want to shit on black fighters, but you want to build up, but you want to be swing from a nigga nutsacks. Ain't that some shit? You can't make this up.
True.
The level of hypocrisy that this bigot shows. Anyways, let's see. Let's go. Where is that ain't what I wanted to show y'all though. That's that. That isn't what I wanted to show y'all. Where's that? Hold on, wait. I have it right here. Wait a minute. I have it right here. Y'all bear with me one moment. I think I have it right here. Oh, this dude right here said, guess what he said right here? He said Floyd Mayweather thought now was the perfect time to hang out with Teofimo Lopez. Now Teofimo using Floyd for clout. He using Floyd. He trying to get up on he trying to, he's an open flaming racist, but he trying to be like, okay, let me get up on the floor and take a picture. It's really kind of like a slap in the face. It's kind of like a slap in the face. Like this dude is a flaming, like you can see the hatred in his eyes for blacks. Let's see. All right, here we go. Bill Haney, he said doing everything. So Dan Raphael, he blocked me. I'm blocked. He got me blocked on X. You know what I mean? I got a whole bunch of these whole ass niggas got me blocked, and I ain't got no problem with it. Cause I be blocking motherfuckers too. So I get it, I understand. But I wasn't antagonizing them or anything. I really don't tweet. I just post what the show gonna be about, and that's it. But this guy right here, Dan Raphael said, per 3 sources involved, Teofimo and Devin has agreed Tuesday night, but not signed for August 16th, the Riyadh season at 145 pounds catch weight. But fight is now in jeopardy after Teofimo's tweet storm. Hashtag. So Bill Haney says doing everything not to fight Devin Haney. But of course, you're not reporting that because it doesn't fit your narrative. Mr. Dan, not for real. Hey, so Bill say he want the smoke. He say him and oh, he gonna be with that bullshit. He said men lie, women lie, numbers don't. May 29, 2021 versus Jorge Linares, unanimous decision. He said Devin Haney versus Oscar De La Hoya. He said, look, all these are Golden Boy fighters. We beat Jorge Linares, we beat Jojo Diaz, and we beat Jose Ramirez. He said business ain't personal. But the scoreboard is, so he said, record against Devin Haney, 0-3. Boy, this nigga here, boy, he ain't gonna let that go. Yeah, dog, I'm trying to tell you, dog. You know what I'm saying, dog? That motherfucker 0-3 gets me, dog. You know how we do it, fam. Oh, let me call this nigga. Let's call this nigga, dog. Let me see. That pull him up. Boy, I want it, boy. Because I want to hear how he feel about Boots. Okay, Boots refusing, rejecting Teofimo trying to get that payday to fight him. And then you got motherfucker holler about, yeah, man, Boots ducking him. He's scared of Teofimo. I'm like, scared of the same nigga who got beat by George Cambosos. Nigga, please.
True.
Boy, hush. 140 pounder. Shit, I'm gonna say to y'all what y'all been telling me over here. He don't bring nothing to the table. He's 140 pounder. He's small. He ain't got no belt. He ain't a draw. So don't tell me he got that big money. He not even a draw. The Hispanics don't even fuck with him. This man fight at the Hulu Theater, Popeye's chicken parking lot. Hey, that's what y'all used to say? Let me throw that shit right back at you. Yeah, y'all ain't we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. No, sir. No. See, can I get this brother on the phone? See, can I get him on the phone?
Please.
All right, it went straight to voicemail. Let me go ahead and send him a text. Send him a text right quick. I'm finna drop the phone lines. Hold on. All right, I just sent him a text. I'm gonna see what's up. Hold on. So I got a whole bunch of text messages. Who sent me text messages? Let's see. That right there. 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 Hold on. Hold on. See what I'm gonna see what these. I just hit him up. I just hit somebody else up too, trying to get him on the show. Yeah, shout out to Miss Black Panther. Miss Black Panther, what's going on? She say this. What you say? This is boxing. I can't see Africa losing, but you never know. Oh, now we got a couple of fights coming up. Now you know Richardson Hitchens has a fight with George Kambosos. I got him watching him. Be honest with you, like this ain't nothing personal, dog. Like George Kambosos is a C-class fighter. He's always been a C-class fighter. C+ fight. I give him a C+. That's it. His claim to fame was he beat Teofimo, literally. But other than that, you know, Devin beat him twice. You know, Lomachenko stopped him. Old Lomachenko at that. He lost to Maxie Hughes. They gave him a gift for that. So, you know, to be fair, George Kambosos, I mean, he was never anybody. Like, didn't nobody even know who the fuck he was. Well, I know who he was because I remember when he fought Mickey Bay. I thought Mickey Bay beat him, but Mickey got shafted in that, in my opinion. Yeah, my opinion. I thought he got kind of shafted in that fight. But however, yeah, he came over here to New York and he beat Teofimo. That was his claim to fame. You know, he came to the trap and took over the trap in New York. You get what I'm saying? He did that. He damn so did that now. And that was it. He's a C-class, but he's a C-class fighter. He's a C-class fighter, bro. Like, he ain't like, you know, and again, this ain't no shade. This ain't no shade on the Kambosos. I used to call him Killer Cam because the shit was funny. He ain't killed nobody, but I called him Killer Cam for a joke. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's it, fam. That's it. He ain't, you know. I mean, you know, he had a good night. You know, somebody said in the chat, he had a good night. Shout out to Jazz Funk. He had a good night. And guess what? And he was willing to run it back. Shout out to the hangout spot. He wanted to run it back. I'll run it back with you. Let's go. But the Hondurian Bigot said that he couldn't make 135 no more, and he moved up. He wanted. Look, I give you a fade back. I'll run it back with you just to let you know the first time wasn't no fluke. You know what I mean? So, but it didn't go down like that. Let me get ready to drop these phone lines. Let me pull this up though. I want to look at these. I want to look at what do we have? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Here go Blue, y'all. Hey, here go Blue. What a nigga drop more videos. He dropped more videos than PD. True. Yo, I can't make no money. He making all the money. Between him and Ness, he making all the money, man.
WBA, IBF, your boy, Blue Blood. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one.
Hey, Blue, what the title is? He said, whoa, update alert. Jaron Boots Ennis cuts back at Teofimo Lopez ducking claims. You need me. He clap back. You heard Blue say right there. You know what I mean? Yeah, we clap it back, baby. We gonna clap back. We gonna clap back. We gonna clap back. We gonna clap back. We gonna clap. Goddamn Blue.
So, unified WBA, IBF, welterweight world champion, Ring Magazine superstar boxer, Jaron Boots Ennis. The Phenom, as I refer to him as. 34 wins, no losses, no draws. 30 wins by way of knockout.
Yeah, I can't do it. Shout out to Blue. Blue, I can't do it. Blue. I don't see the video already, but I know Blue. Yeah, go get nigga. Blue gonna give you. He gonna give your nigga blood type. He beat nigga the blood type. He beat nigga the blood type. Cocoa butter, pecan complexion. With a. We're gonna tell you everything, boy. He gonna tell you everything. I know the blood type, dog. All that shit. Y'all call it shit.
You wanna talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Yeah, I'm talking. Blue, I'm saying, next time I see Blue, I'm gonna say, Blue, check this out, fam. I'm fussing with you. Me, you all right? Look, man, is there any way you could just get to the point? Because I be having shit to do, right? And I don't be wanting to skip the video sometimes. Is there any way you could just do a video, just get straight to the point? If you could do that, fam, I'm telling you, like, how many views you got on this video? You got about 10,000. I promise you, if you get straight to the point, you gonna have about 20 or 30,000. True. I promise you, dog. I promise you, if you just get straight to the point, dog, I promise you, you're gonna get about 30, 40,000. Easy. Well, what are you talking about? I get Blue now. What are you talking about? I average 30,000 views per video already. I know, but if you got straight to the point, you would average 60,000 views, 90,000 views. True. Hey, get what? Then if you get straight to the point, then we gonna start complaining that he don't do the intro no more. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, y'all were complaining. Y'all say I be giving these long soliloquies long introductions when I do the videos. Okay, then I stopped doing them. Now y'all complaining that I don't do them anymore. You get what I'm saying? I mean, I can't win for losing. I can't win for losing. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that Blue funny the ball. I ain't gonna he be doing that shit. He know he be pissing niggas off. I think that's why he do that shit. Listen, shout out to Vincent. He said Blue gotta have OCD because in the video he would actually spin a narrative in a certain way. Crazy. I don't know. I don't know what video you're talking about, fam. But yeah, man. We know we got Brian Norman fighting Jen Sasaki. That's coming up in June the 19th. We have Richardson Hitchens. He's fighting George Kambosos in New York. I think they're fighting in the Hulu Theater. What else we got? Keyshawn Davis is fighting Edmund De Los Santos. That fight right there really, really, really intrigues me. That's a dangerous fight for both fighters. Both of these guys are boxer punchers. Edmund De Los Santos is a southpaw. So this is going to be an open hand stance fight. I know that Bomac is going to have Keyshawn ready. We know the southpaw's kryptonite is a straight right hand. So he's going to have him ready for that. That motherfucker jump in there, rip it. Don't even hesitate. Rip it. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, rip that right hand down the pipe. So, but Edmund De Los Santos is a good fighter, has pretty good, damn good footwork. Now he didn't know how to cut the ring off against Shakur Stevenson, but he won't have to worry about this type of fight against Keyshawn Davis. I know Edmund De Los Santos is coming off a layoff, but I'm kind of reluctant to say that he's going to get. I never said he was going to get knocked out. I think that fight is going to go 12 rounds, and Edmund De Los Santos is a live dog in this fight. He can potentially upset Keyshawn Davis if he's not on this point. Because Edmund De Los Santos is not a scrub. He's not a drop shot. I will admit that. You get what I'm saying? He's not a drop shot at all. He's a pretty good fighter. You get what I'm saying? So he's a pretty good fighter. He is a pretty good fighter. So, ring rust may be an issue with him. I'm anxious to see. I kind of think that this fight, he has a very, very fast jab. And I know he had pop because there was a reason why Shakur Stevenson fought Edmund De Los Santos the way he fought him. He had pop. He got something there. You know what I mean? So there's a reason why he fought him the way he fought him. He was on the back foot for a reason. So, but Keyshawn has pop as well. I think Keyshawn. Matter of fact, let's look. I think Keyshawn has the longer arm reach too. As it relates to, matter of fact, let me see. This dude, let me see. Yeah, I want to. Man, I ain't shot, please. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I ain't got no call back yet. I just reading the text, man. Every time I turn around, this motherfucker got A, B, C, D, A, B, same old shit. God damn. Get what I'm saying? Let a nigga hold something. All right, let's see. How do I want to do this? If they all right, this the list. Okay, I think this the list he's talking about. Hold on, let's do this here. Let's look at this list. This the list he's talking about. Teofimo Lopez ranked as number 1. Devin Haney versus everybody. This is Bill Haney's X page. Teofimo, number 1 on the list. After that, Shakur Stevenson. Number 3, Javante Tank Davis. Number 4, Jaron Boots Ennis. Number 5, Brian Norman Jr. 6, Mario Barrios. 7, Keyshawn Davis. 8, Rolly Romero. 9, Connor Ben. And 10, Ryan Garcia. So this one right here, this is the fight. I'm not gonna lie. I've been clamoring for this fight for a while. Because these guys have history together. The Haneys and the Lopez, and then now you sprinkle, you know what I mean? You sprinkle the extra layer of bigotry with this fight. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, this is the fight that, Dan Rayfield said that, hey, this, he did confirm that these guys agreed to fight each other. One thing I will say about Bill, he's going to make sure he get Devin Haney the big name fights. Through hell or high water. Whether it's Lomachenko, whether it's, Jones Camboso's in a big name fighter, but you get my point. Whether it's that or whether it's, who he just fought? Jose Ramirez, but Jose Ramirez, it is what it is with that. Ryan Garcia, we know how that turned out. And then now if they can get the Teofimo fight. I mean, you got to say, you know what? This dude fighting big name fighters. I mean, whether you like him or not, you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would love to see at a catch weight of 145. I don't understand if these guys, Teofimo hasn't moved up to 147 yet. So he's not a welterweight. Devin Haney is calling out welterweights, but he hasn't, I think he fought Jose Pedraza at a catch weight. I don't think he fought him at 147. I think they fought at 145 or something of that sort. Why not just fight at 147? Get it over with. You get what I'm saying? Teo is still a 140-pound fighter. He's still a 140-pounder. Did you get what I'm saying? So that don't even make no sense to me, right? This list, y'all, you guys heard when I had Bill on, I said, man, this list cap. He said, you call it cap if you want to, this and that. And I'm like, bro, come on, fam. Like, some of this stuff, let's just be honest. I don't see Devin Haney fighting no Boots. I don't see that. Damn sure ain't gonna get no Tank. Y'all, if y'all ain't got Tank by now, you ain't gonna get him. Tank don't want to fight you. He talking about fighting Jake Paul. So that tell you what Tank doing. Brian Norman Jr., now you probably can get him. Listen, you probably can get this. Now, Brian Norman Jr., I'm pretty sure you can get him. You can get him at any time. I'm telling you, I honestly believe that there, boy. Listen, this fight right here can easily be made. Mario Barrios, he finna fight Manny Pacquiao, and he got the WBC belt hostage. The PBC ain't letting that go. They got that one last infinity stone that everybody wanted. They holding on to that for dear life. Keyshawn Davis, he's a 135-pounder. Where you gonna fight him at? That's probably why he got a list way down here. Now, Rolly Romero, I wouldn't mind seeing Rolly Romero and Devin Haney. Wouldn't mind seeing that. Damn sure wouldn't. I wouldn't mind seeing that now. Ryan Garcia, I don't know. Maybe I heard he was in I heard he went to I heard he was in therapy. He's trying to reform his racism. That's what I heard. He's trying to reform his racism. It is what it is. Connor Ben, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that neither. I wouldn't mind seeing that. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, Boots, let's go to 147. Let's go to 147 right quick and see what's up. Because I want to, let's go to ring and let's go to 147 and see what's up over there. Because I want to know, we need to see who's who and what's what. Rankings. Let's go to the ring rankings. Let's go welterweight. All right, here we go. We over here. Let's go to welterweight. Let's see what they have over here. The supreme champion in the welterweight division is Jaron Boots Ennis. He has the Ring Magazine belt as well. He's the unified champion. He's the only unified champion in the division. He has look like the WBA and the IBF. And he has the Ring Magazine belt. Number one behind the champion is Brian Norman. This is according to Ring Magazine. Now the WBC, they have Devin Haney, the number one ranked welterweight in the division. The only problem with that is this here. Devin Haney has yet to have a fight at welterweight. And if these reports are true about him and Teofimo Lopez fighting each other, guess where they fighting at? They not fighting at welterweight. They're fighting at a 145 pound catch weight. True. Amantis Stanionis is ranked number 2 according to Ring. Ring rankings have Mario Barrios number 3, Giovanni Santillan number 4. They have Shakram number 5. This guy is currently Jaron Boots Ennis mandatory. He's the IBF mandatory. Boots Ennis either going to fight this guy or lose his belt. Shout out to This Is Boston. Salute, fam. Number 6, Jen Sasaki. Brian Norman Jr. and Jen Sasaki are fighting each other June the 19th, if I'm not mistaken. Number 7, Rohan Polanco. This is the guy I think this is the guy that Ron Boy Fresh is very, very heavy on. I think he's a top ranked fighter, Rohan Polanco. This guy. I could be wrong, but is this guy? I think he's top ranked fighter. El Rayo. His nickname is El Rayo. Yeah, I want to say I think he's a top ranked fighter. Not sure. I think he's with top rank. This is the guy that Ron Boy Fresh be talking about. Anyway, let's go back up here. Oh, the fuck. My bad, dog. Man, why I went back and trying to find welterweight. Why y'all doing nigga like, okay, here we go. So let's go back to welterweight. Okay, so we have Polanco number 7. Alexis Rocha is number 8. Raul Curiel is number 9. And Karen Chugga Chugga is ranked number 10. They don't even have Devin Haney nor Teofimo Lopez ranked over here in the top 10 in ring. Do you want to know why? Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney hasn't had one fight in the welterweight division. How you gonna rank somebody high in the what? Listen, what is? Explain this to me. Y'all explain this to me. And this is I want to show y'all this. They have in the WBC. They have Devin Haney ranked number 1. For argument's sake, I'm not even tripping on that. For argument's sake, I'm not even tripping on that. For argument's sake. How do you have a guy ranked number 1 if he's never had a fight in that division? Explain that to me. You can say, okay, he's the number 1 guy in the welterweight division. I can say fine, no problem. But then when I think about it, there is a problem. What's that? What is that, Mauricio? How do you have a guy ranked number 1 in a division where he has never had a fight at? Now, they do this when a fighter moves up to a division. When a fighter officially leaves one weight division, let's say like Terrence Crawford, he moved up to 154, and I think one of the sanctioned bodies made him the number 1 guy instantly. Now, I didn't agree with that because I'm like, okay, the guy hasn't had a fight here yet. But I get that. He officially moved up. Devin Haney hasn't officially moved up to 147. To this day. True. He hasn't officially moved up. There hasn't been an official, yeah, man, we're 147 pounds. Okay, you just had a fight at 145. You listen. Hey, shout out to Bruce Gas. You just had a fight. I think he fought. Did he fight Jose Ramirez? He fought Jose Ramirez at a catchweight, right? Shout out to Teach. Teach, what's going on, fam? Jose Ramirez, they fought at 145, right? Z Pacino say anything over 140 is considered 147. No, how? 147 is 147, fam. That's like rounding up. You get what I'm saying? Hold on, what we got? Hold on, listen. That's like saying, I get what you're saying, Z, but that's like saying, okay, I got $95, dog. I need $1, though. You need $1? Yeah, so don't worry about it, dog. We just gonna round it up. Just say you got $1. No, you still 5 cents short. Anything over 140 is automatically 147. Do you get what I'm saying? That don't even make no sense. So they call it a catch weight. They call it a catch weight. This guy say welter is officially 141 to 147. I mean, how is that? How is that when they're not, he say anything between 141 and 147 is welterweight, coach. That's bullshit. Okay, if that's the case, why they call it a catch weight? Why they call it a catch weight? How is anything considered anything over 141 is considered welterweight? Like, explain that to me. Like, you gotta give me a deep explanation behind that. That don't even make no sense. Anything over 141, between 141 and 147 is welterweight. Okay, well, if anything over 141 is considered welterweight, why not just call it a welterweight fight? Shout out to This Is Boxing. I get what you're saying about it's a catch weight. I get that. So it's a catch weight fight. It's not a welterweight fight. Do you get what I'm saying? Shout out to Amaro. He say because that's what it is. No rule against coming in at 144, 145, 142. Okay, so he's a welterweight then. So basically what you're telling me, Devin Haney is a welterweight? That what you're saying? So he's a welterweight, so that justifies him being number 1 with a sanctioned body. Don't make no sense to me, but if it makes sense to you, that's all that matters. True. Shout out to Amaro. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to he say so Haney can come in at 144, but his opponent can come in at 147, right? Man, it depends on how that contract is structured. It just really depends on how that contract is structured. But my point is, he's the number 1 ranked guy with the WBC. He's the number 1 ranked welterweight. He's the number 1 ranked welterweight with the WBC. As you can see with the ring have Look how the Ring have their rankings. The Ring have their rankings, guys who officially fight at 147. Now, of course, they can come in at 144. They can come in at 130. They can't go over the limit. Of course, I understand that. But these guys here are official fight at 147. Boots Ennis is an official 147-pound fighter. So is Brian Norman Jr. So is Amanda Stanionis. All of these guys on this list. You get what I'm saying? All of these guys on this list right here. My point is, I'm like, okay, cool. You still gotta fight these guys. So these are the top guys. So again, if Boots is gonna have to fight, I don't know who he's gonna fight next, but I'm hearing that he's gonna have to fight that mandatory, man. He's gonna have to fight this guy right here, the number 5. I think this is the IBF mandatory. I think this is the IBF mandatory. That's what I think. I think this is the IBF mandatory. You get what I'm saying? So he's gonna have to fight this guy. He's gonna have to fight this guy. You get what I'm saying? So after that, I'm really looking at a lot of other. I'm looking at some other fights. Let's look at the schedule and see what they have over here. I wanna see this schedule. Let's look at this schedule. Carter, what's your name? You called from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie, talk to me.
What's up, coach? Catch weight is whack. These fighters, they need to make up their minds, fight in whatever weight class they're in. Pick a weight. This is why I like Devin Haney, whether he stink up the place or not. He's willing to fight. Anybody. When he calls out all these boys, I believe him, coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And coach, it's still with Teo. Is he still with Top Rank?
Yeah, he's still with Top Rank.
He is? Okay. Well, last time I checked, Bob Aaron controls Top Rank. Somebody needs to check this boy. If I were Bob, I'll be the first one to call him, be like, what the fuck are you doing? Saying all this racist shit, that's bad for business. He's fucking up. And Teo saying all this, talking like that, it's like he doesn't want to get to the bag. I don't get it. But, Teo got skills. I do acknowledge that. Him and Haney is a great fight for both fighters. And I will gladly pay for that fight. Do you hear that, Bill? Coach, respect from New York.
Absolutely, fam. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. I really, if they can make that happen, man, I love that. Let's see what's up. Let me see what today is. The 31st. These are the fights that's coming up this weekend. Let's see. Akhmadalev, okay, versus Castillo. Okay. That's they must be having this. Oh, they're having it in the arena. Okay, Guadalajara, Mexico. No, my bad. Where they having this fight at? I need to find out where they having that fight at. Hey, these are the fights coming up this weekend. We got some good. Okay. Yeah, we probably gonna go live. We might go. Should I go live? I don't know yet. We should go live. I'll call. What's your name? You calling from?
Hey Mo, what's good with you, Slim? Yeah, this whole Boots and Teo shit, this is some super duper casual shit. This shit don't even make sense. So once again, we get robbed as boxing fans because motherfuckers don't look at enough boxing to understand who's in division. For real. They just look at names. Oh, Teo. Oh, yeah, he can jump the line and get to a fight. Haney, no. What needs to happen is y'all still over-marinating fights. Teo and Haney should have fought at 135. But now we talk about Teo fighting Boots when, wait a minute, Haney and Teo on the same line. They on the same timeline, but we talking about Boots fight. We talking about Teo fighting other fighters. No. Teo and Haney needs to throw hands.
Yeah.
Period. Let Boots chill the fuck out. And if Brian Sr. was real with what he said, that they have a verbal agreement, right, to fight Boots, then why would Boots fight Tio?
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes no sense. Why should Boots, and who the fuck is Tio? Tio don't do shit. Tio don't sell shit. Tio ain't nothing but a motherfucker looking for attention. He came in New York looking like a clown, looking for fucking attention. He doing shock value shit, super duper, banging his chest to be a super duper racist now. So this shit is, I mean, the Bama, he's a cold Bama. I mean, he can fight a little bit. He alright. He had the best outing of everybody. But at the end of the day, we all know he's a sucker for real. And at the end of the day, give us the fights we want. Don't nobody want to see Tio and Boots. We want to see Tio and Haney. And how many years we've been trying to see this fight? Make the fight.
We're talking
140. Make the fight.
You was talking. We was talking about that last year. You were like, man, you didn't want to see no Haney and Ryan Garcia. You supposed to see Haney when they was at 140. You supposed to see Haney and Teofimo Lopez. You were saying that. You been
exactly. All they doing is giving us a bunch of filler fights because nobody want to look at boxing. That's basically, we have a bunch of lazy motherfuckers, especially American boxing fans. A bunch of lazy fucking American boxing fans think they know shit about boxing. They really don't. They don't look at the sport. They just look at a handful of names and thinking they deserving the fights because they popular. No. Tio don't deserve no more. And I can't. Tio and Boots is a horrible fight for boxing fans. Period. It's a horrible fight for boxing fans. So we'll get robbed out of Devin Haney and Tio. Because all the pressure is going to be on Boots anyway. Tio know that if he fight Haney, it's a 50-50 fight. If he fight Boots, he know if he lose, oh well, I tried. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's all he's gonna look at it. Yeah. No harm, no foul. But if he fight Devin, he's gonna lose a lot. You know what I'm saying? If he loses, you dig what I'm telling you? That means his popularity going to hit. I mean, I'm saying he's super popular, but you know what I mean? Like motherfuckers take these fights, knowing it's a high risk. He ain't gonna. What does he got to lose? But if he fight Haney, he got a lot to fucking lose. You dig? So those the fights we need to be beating our drum for is fights that make fucking sense. Not these motherfuckers because they're a little bit of popular. They should be able to fight certain fighters. Fuck all that shit. I would much rather see Gassiev and fucking Boots if that's the case. Or how about Tio make it a little easy for Boots? Why don't we make Tio versus Gassiev on the Brian Norman and fucking Boots undercard? How about that? Make that shit fight. And if you get past Gassiev, you fight the winner of Brian Norman and Boots. How about that? That's what we need to be advocating for, shit that makes sense. Not no fucking popularity contest, Mo. But that's all I got for you, Slim. I'm out, Mo.
All right, salute, fam. Shout out to Ron Ball Fresh, DC, stand up. Hey, you know what? Hey, man, you know what, fam? We got some good fights this weekend. I was sitting there looking at this shit. Now, this is Friday. Friday night, we got, what is it? This Beck the Bully? Yeah, I think this Beck the Bully right here. Friday, this is a good fight. They throwing hands Friday night. I think they fighting in Las Vegas. They fighting in Vegas right here, fam. And then I think this fight, Gallegos and Cole. They fight in Guadalajara, Mexico. Okay. That's Friday night too. So we have 2 Friday night fights. Shit. Then Saturday, May 31st, we got the Akma, we got the Akmadale versus Castillo. That's in Guadalajara, Mexico. Okay. And then we have Caleb Plant fighting Resendez. And then we have Jamal Charlo fighting Cornflakes. Cornflake, Cocoa Puffs, Rice Krispies, Fruit Loops, you know what I mean? Sugar Pops, whatever the dude name is. You know, he fights some cereal. True. He fights some cereal. Charlo versus some cereal, Cocoa Puffs. All right, okay. They fighting in Vegas at the Michelob Ultra Arena. Now, I've been to the Michelob Ultra Arena. Do you guys know what that's at? The Michelob Ultra Arena is the MGM Grand. When you go in the MGM Grand, The Michelob Ultra Arena is attached to it. You walk, because you know MGM Grand, they got a mall in there and everything, right? Food court stuff. You can actually walk. Yeah, you leave your room, walk downstairs, and walk right to it. That's why I saw Teofimo fight when he fought. Was that last year? A couple years ago, he fought Jermaine Ortiz, and that bitch was half empty. He fighting Jermaine Ortiz. That bitch was half empty. I was there. Keyshawn Davis fought on that undercard. Dula Mason fought on that undercard. That was the fight with Keyshawn. That was the fight with Teofimo Lopez. Came down. He had the clowns playing the circus music. He was playing this music right here.
We did it first, and we motivate even the greats. This is different. You understand? We have Jennifer Lopez, we have Maluma, we have J Balvin, we have. So when I called him up, I was like, "Yo, what do you think? What do you think, Eddie? If we bring the belts together?" And Eddie said, "That's it.
Hold on.
Idea. I think the only person that can beat Canelo right now is like maybe 4 years or 5 years from now, my son." You know, like Triple G and Canelo and all these guys, they're bums, bro. They're bums.
But once Teofimo became undisputed, look how many champions we got that's undisputed now.
Hold on. Hold on. Shout out to T1. He said it's the Mandalay Bay, coach. It's the Mandalay Bay? Are you sure? The Michelob Ultra Arena is that the Mandalay Bay? Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up? This is Coach Eddie from ATL.
Coach Eddie, hold on. Mauricio said he said it was a Mandalay Bay. Okay, Mandalay Bay. Okay, is that where I stayed at? You know what? You're right. You might be right. I think it was the Mandalay Bay. Damn, why I keep thinking it was the MGM? I don't know why I keep thinking it was the MGM. Hey, sorry about that. Go ahead, Coach Eddie. Go ahead.
No, you good, man. This dude T.O., man, he need to be treated as radioactive right now, like radioactive waste, man. Nobody should even want to touch this guy right now.
Yeah.
What he really doing? He really calling out TV can't fight because he's trying to duck all the smoke at 140. He don't want to fight Gary Antoine Russell. He don't want to fight Prelo. All them guys, he's the champion at 140. Once you just stay at your division and unify right there, since you the man, since you the takeover. Take over your division. He don't want to fight them guys because he know what time it is, man. So he's trying to fool the public. That's all he's trying to do, man, with the smoke and the mirrors, man. But the gig is up, man. You know what I mean? And don't nobody want to touch this guy, man. He should be treated as as radioactive waste. Nobody kind of discard him. Let him fall by the wayside. Don't let him get no big fight. Just give him some mediocre fights here and there. And it is what it is. Like I said, he ain't no draw. He ain't got no selling power. You don't bring nothing to the table but antics. He's a PR nightmare. You don't listen.
Yeah.
I mean, what could you possibly do with this guy? He ain't no draw.
Yeah.
He done tried everything to become a draw. He's not a draw.
Yeah, I was. Hey, thanks for the people in the chat for correcting me. I was at the Mandalay Bay. For some reason, I thought it was at MGM Grand, but they're right. It is a Mandalay Bay. I was at the Mandalay Bay because I interviewed Steve Kim there. And Bill Haney picked me up from the airport, picked me up from there and took me to the airport. You're right about that. It was a Mandalay Bay. For some reason, I kept thinking it was the MGM Grand, but yeah. So, but the Michelob Ultra, I went to that fight, because it's right there connected to the hotel. So I went to the fight, got the press credentials and stuff. I was on the floor. I met Timothy Bradley for the first time there, and bro, like it was half empty. I think that arena hold I want to say, damn, I want to say maybe, do I want to say 10,000? Maybe like 10,000 or whatever. I want to say that just for argument's sake, but it was half empty, bro. He came down the aisle, going to the ring. He had the circus music playing. He had the clown shit on, dancing, coming to the ring. And I was right there. I got a video of it on this phone right here. Just watching the motherfucker go to the ring. He fought Jermaine Ortiz and, bro, that bit was half empty, bro. This man ain't no draw. This man ain't no draw nowhere. Literally. I'll go ahead, Coach Eddie.
Everything you just said is 100% fact. I want to see my man Gary Antoine Russell go ahead and knock him out. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know he gonna handle the business, man. Like Devin Haney, that's cool and everything. He might outbox him, but he need a good whooping, man. And to me, he ain't worthy of Boots. See, right now he want that payday.
Yeah.
You want payday. I know that, you know, and that's how Boots should treat him, just like that. Give him the Demetrius Andrade treatment. You can't get no big fight. Just go through your whole career where you can't get nothing big. Just get some mediocre guys, and it is what it is. But like I say, he did it to himself. He painted himself in the corner. Nobody should want to do business with him. But at the same time, he do got a belt, so somebody needs to lift that belt off of him. And I think Gary Antoine Russell or Prelo is the guy to do it, or even Matisse. The people who he been ducking. Top Rank said the man ducked smoke. Man plenty of big fights. He always turning them down. You know what I'm saying?
He got a bunch of fighters. As I said, he like you just said, he got a bunch of fighters he can fight right there at 140. At 140. You get what I'm saying? Shit, you know, he got a bunch of fighters he can fight right there if he want to do something. You know, if that's what he want to do. He had his last fight at 140.
And they champions too. They got belts. So what's the problem?
Yeah.
What's the problem? But yeah, that's all I'm saying, man. He like I say, he ain't never radioactive waste, man. And as soon as somebody get that strap off of him, the better off he'll be. He can go and be like go into obscurity. You know what I mean? So like he don't bring nothing to the table for boxing. Yeah, that's my call, Coach.
All right, salute, man. Hey, shout out to Coach Eddie, man. Salute. Yeah. I mean, at this point, it is what it is. It appears that everything is pointing towards Devin Haney. It's amazing, bro. Devin's still getting them. Oh, let me see what's up. Let me see what's up. I want to find out if we could oh shit. Fuck. Hold on. Sorry about that. I hung the damn phone up, man. Damn. My bad. Sorry about that, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get somebody on the phone.
Your call has been forwarded to.
All right, they haven't answered that phone. Let me see. Can I call? Y'all bear with me one moment. Let me see. Can he talk? Shit. Can he talk like Tevin Campbell? Can we talk like Tevin Campbell? Can we talk? I'm trying to get some answers for the people. Y'all hold on. I'm trying to get some answers. Trying to find something out for y'all. Trying to find out what's what.
Your call.
All right. Okay, they didn't answer the phone. All right, let me see. I'm trying to find out something. I'm trying to find out something for the people I don't know. Hold on. Let me try one more. Let me try one more for y'all. Trying to get some answers for y'all, man. Y'all bear with me one moment. Two down. This is the third one. Hello? Hey, Steve, what's going on, fam?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, listen, man. I'm doing the show right now. No one can hear you, but I wanted to ask you some questions about the Teofimo and Jaron Boots Ennis, and Teofimo and potentially Devin Haney fight. All right. Y'all bear with me one moment. Hold on. All right, man. Right now we have the legendary, the Korean Cosell himself, Mr. Steve Kim. Let's give him a round of applause.
Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Steve. I'm doing good, man. I'm glad you taking the time out. You know, I don't want to hold much of your time, but I doing this show about Teofimo moving up Boots. They're saying Boots turned him down, say he's not interested in him. Of course, some Boots fans, some Teofimo fans, you know, they're saying that Boots is scared of Teofimo. He's ducking Teofimo because he's afraid of him. Teofimo hasn't had a fight at 147 yet. I don't think he's officially moved up. His last fight was at 140. Now I'm hearing that, hey, he's saying that he got fired from Turki Al-Sheikh. I don't know if you know, but I really don't give a damn about give a damn about Teo. I think he's a racist and a bigot myself, but that's just how I feel about him personally. But however, we're hearing he said he want to fight Boots, move up, fight Boots, but he hasn't moved up yet or whatever. Boots is not interested in him, and now we're hearing the potential fight between him and Devin Haney. What say you about all of this Teofimo fiasco? He's saying Turki Al-Sheikh fired him, but he's at Mayweather gym. What say you about this?
Well, Coach, my belief is that, and I've asked a few people that I consider knowledgeable. It seems to me that Teofimo once again has burned another bridge and overplayed his hand. And keep this in mind: he's recently switched management. He's no longer with David McWater. He is with Keith Conley and Mike Barreo, that combo. And Conley plays hardball with everybody, and he's done a great job of getting his guys like Edgar Berlanga some exorbitant paydays for fights that maybe the public doesn't want. The difference is Turki Al-Sheikh makes the fights he wants. And I think that's fair. It's his money. But keep this in mind before we start thrashing Boots. And everyone knows I'm a big fan of Boots Ennis. I was probably the first guy to talk about him in terms of a guy outside of Philadelphia. I don't believe any of this talk of ducking or dodging or anything, at least at this moment. Keep this in mind. There's been a pattern of Teofimo Lopez calling out certain fighters who are, let's put it this way, minorities, black fighters, to be blunt, calls them out, taunts them, and then doesn't fight them, and then makes a show of them ducking him or him being ducked. It's all very old, and keep this in mind. This is what the track record tells me, Coach. From Top Rank to Triller to Turkey, what's the common denominator of all those burned bridges?
Teofimo Lopez.
Bingo.
Yeah. I remember the Triller situation. That's when we got the famous sound bite. We did it first, and we motivate even the greats. And he was supposed to fight George Kambosos earlier that year, but for some reason the fight kept getting postponed, and then eventually Triller's tapped out, and then Eddie, I guess he won the purse bid. He was the second in line, second highest bidder for the purse bid, and we saw how that worked out with him and George Kambosos, and he got beat. So, do you think that he's intentionally trying to sabotage his career, or what say you on that?
My view is that he tries so hard to be provocative, and I don't know if this is even a phrase, but viral worthy, that he says things that I don't even think he means, and it's incredibly cringeworthy. It really is. He's become a self-parody. I'm not saying that he's not talented. I was once very, very high on him, but I had to step off that bandwagon because there are certain things I just did not agree with. And unfortunately, Coach, today's fighters do not want journalism. They want advocacy. They want you to be not just a writer or a host of a show.
Yeah.
They want you to be public relations. And I know they don't like some of the things that I said. I remember the last time I saw both of them, the father and the son, they both flipped me off for some reason. And I'm like, what did I do to you? You're the one who ruins your career, not me. But I don't really get it. Here's my question. If you're fired from Turki Al-Sheikh and you want that type of money, who else is giving that to you? That's the question that I have. It's a very basic, simple question. Who else is there?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing that I said with Shakur Stevenson when he came out and said, "Hey man," he said something about towel heads and Turki Al-Sheikh, sending his towel boards or something of that sort. And I'm like, it didn't make any sense to me because, dude, this Turki Al-Sheikh is the guy who can pay you guys the most money. He's paying the most money than anybody in the sport. So why bite the hand that feeds you? You need you want his money, and he's paying you way more than what your promoter is paying you. So if you're going to be in business with this guy for whatever the reason may be, it doesn't make sense to try to defecate on the very person who is your paymaster, so to speak. Am I correct in saying that?
Everything in life comes at a price, even great paydays.
Right.
Look, Turkey al-Sheikh, I don't know if he's a true capitalist, but I know one thing. He is the bankroll, he's the payroll, and just like anyone else, he wants value for his money. I don't, Ring IQ, Jules, good friend of ours, we both like him. He made a great point recently, last week. He said, Turkey al-Sheikh didn't have these issues with bad fights or bad cards or malcontents, so he dealt with American fighters. That is a point I find very difficult to disagree with. Yeah, he said it.
I didn't even think about that. So everything was Gucci.
I think not.
Everything was Gucci till we started. He came over here. He got hit with it. He got hit with his drama. The Instagram model. This dude. Bro. Like, hey, you know what? I didn't see that. I didn't see that show, but I didn't think about that.
It's hard to deny it. And look. If you look at Teofimo, he made good money. He hasn't always been truthful about what he's made with Top Rank. And the bottom line is this. When you don't look all that great against Steve Claggett and Jermaine Ortiz, that's your fault as a fighter. It has nothing to do with you, me, Bob Aaron, or anyone else. It really doesn't.
So, Steve, why is Teofimo not a draw amongst the Hispanic community?
Well, the simple answer is that even though he's Latino or Hispanic, whatever term you want to use,
right?
Basically in America, to have a commercial value with that particular dynamic, that means you have to be Puerto Rican or Mexican.
Yeah.
And he's Honduran. And I don't know if there's really a great Honduran fan base, but, that could be overcome through consistency, fighting often, and fighting well. I'm going to say once again how this is not your fault or my fault. Let's go back. What did he do 2-3 days later after beating Josh Taylor a couple of years ago? Do you remember what he did on national TV with Max Kellerman?
Oh, no, I forgot.
He announced his retirement.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did do that. Yeah, I forgot about
right.
that.
So let me get this straight. Your version of promoting yourself after a great victory is to retire. I didn't force him to do that. Bob certainly didn't force him to do that. ESPN certainly didn't want him to do that. There comes a point in life when you point fingers. What do they say? Three of them come right back at yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. If he's a PR nightmare, which I do believe he is. I mean, I could just imagine. I don't know who the media people over there at Top Rank. I know they have Evan, and I don't know if Julie. I think Julie makes. She's the PR person, if I'm not mistaken.
Goldsticker is an independent. She works for certain clients like Shakur Stevenson and Terrence Crawford. She's not really a part of Top Rank, although she's had a good working relationship with them.
Okay.
But again, all those things that anger a lot of people that he says, I guarantee you Top Rank is just absolutely
livid,
disgusted by, because they're the ones that have to clean up the mess.
Yeah. It's not Top Rank. It's not Top Rank's fault. I don't blame Top Rank. I mean, everybody's held accountable for their own actions. But I want to pivot a little bit. Now, Steve, you might totally disagree with me on this, but I used to be a hater of Edgar Berlanga. For some strange reason, I am one of Edgar Berlanga's biggest fans now. I call him the Puerto Rican assassin. He's funny as hell. As you know, he did a world tour celebrating. He went 12 rounds with Canelo, and now he just landed another bag, not as big as a Canelo bag, from what I'm hearing. But maybe I could be wrong on that. But he's fighting Hamza Shiraz in New York. He's with Fat Joe, the Terror Squad, Pistol Pete. He got keys to the city. He's the Prince of Puerto Rico. He's the King of New York. You get what I'm saying? New Cash Cow. What do you have to say about Edgar Berlanga?
Well, it's a great job by his manager, Keith Conley, in creating leverage and value for a fighter who I don't think is all that great. We're not exactly talking about Felix Trinidad or even Miguel Cotto here in terms of performance or commercial value. But I also believe this is the problem with boxing. It rewards people prematurely or exorbitantly.
Yeah.
And you talk about the victory lap Berlanga took. It was more like a victory marathon, and that's for losing all 36 minutes of a fight where I don't think he ever tried to win. The one thing that I would have advised Turki Al-Sheikh moving forward is like, look, you can't undo the past fights that you've made or the past money you've paid. That's fine. It is what it is. You live up to your contract and your obligations and duties as a promoter. But theoretically, unless these are multi-fight deals, there's nothing that makes you overpay a Berlanga, a Devin Haney, or a Ryan Garcia moving forward that I know of.
How is Turki Al-Sheikh? I know he's not spending his personal money. I know he's backed by the kingdom, but how are they making money? It appears that they're overpaying these fighters. I'm hearing Roland Romero even said that these fighters are being paid too much money. And if there's no incentive, if you're getting big money just to step in the ring, and there's no incentive for you to perform in order to make these fights exciting, wouldn't that be like a flawed business model that Turki Al-Sheikh is doing as it relates to the American market?
Well, in terms of like a true business, a traditional promoter or any type of capitalistic venture, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. However, I think this year, we've all read the stories. They're trying to make this into a loss leader. Some people call it sports washing.
Yeah.
But they're trying to turn Saudi Arabia and that part of the world into a tourist destination. And I mean, I was there in December, and I can tell you this much, Coach. That is one of the most modern cities I've ever been to. The architecture, the modernization of everything. Basically, everything that we have in America, from Dunkin' Donuts to Starbucks to Burger King, McDonald's, it's all there. All of it. It's almost like being in America, but a very modernized version of it. So maybe their bottom line or what they want to accomplish is probably different than Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, or even Al Heyman.
Yeah, and I was telling my audience this. I say, listen, because I asked that question because I just want to see what you say. But I tell my audience this. I say, listen, man, the Saudis are playing a different game. You guys are looking at it from the old model of, yeah, man, we do the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view sells so much. We did so much at the gate, and this how much everybody's supposed to get. Those days are over with. That doesn't even exist with a Turki Al-Sheikh. I'm saying there's a method to their madness. I'm assuming that they try to take over the sport or whatever. They're looking at the long run. They're looking at, okay, they have maybe a 5-year, 10-year projection. I don't know. I'm hearing that I had Bill Haney on the show, and he spoke about the Riyadh season initiative that they set out. All of this is a part of the Riyadh season initiative. I know they have the PGA. I think they PGA. I saw WWE. They're doing soccer. American, not European football, which is soccer. They have that. But he's saying all of this is a part of the initiative. It's obvious that they're playing a different game. It's not like I'm top rank and I'm going to a network to get a budget. So I can showcase my talent. Those guys are they are the budget. They are the financiers.
Right. And look, this is what you call a loss leader. Now, everyone has a threshold. I don't think there's ever been such thing as a true unlimited budget. Those things can be exceeded. But it's clear to me that they're not going to go away quickly. I mean, the spigot may not be turned off now or in the near future, but they have other plans. It's going to be real interesting to see what the TKO boxing's all about. What's going to happen with the Crawford-Canelo fight. I don't think anyone truly knows exactly when and where that fight's going to take place. I think there's been a lot of conjecture. But, we have to be patient. Every 5 to 10 to 15 years, there's a new disruptor, from Harold Smith, who embezzled $22 million from Wells Fargo, to the PBC, to then the Zone, and now Turki Al-Sheikh. This is nothing new in terms of who steps into the game with new money.
I remember a while back, Leonard Ellerby once was famously quoted as calling it the zone, the dead zone. It's amazing because you look at it years later, we're in 2025, and it appears that the zone is the leader when it comes to showing boxing on a global scale. Am I correct in stating that? Or
yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, look, ESPN, their last show is going to be July 26th with Top Rank. Now, I don't know if that means they're going to get completely out of boxing or they're going to go piecemeal with certain promoters. Showtime and HBO is a remnant of the past.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to who gives you the most amount of boxing, ESPN Plus, through their deal with Top Rank, They will be doing shows all the way up until July 26th, at least. I don't know what else is going to happen after that. But as of right now, those 4 letters, DAZN, they give you the most amount of boxing in terms of an independent platform.
Where is what is Golden Boy, Top Rank, and PBC in the mix of all this? Like, what are they going to do? Because I remember back in the past, it was kind of like a cold war against each other, even though they were working together making fights, but it appears certain fights wasn't able to be made. Now I've heard Bob Arum say that they're willing to work with PBC, and they're working with him, and they work with Golden Boy. I've heard Oscar say the same thing. It appears to me that it took someone by the name of Turki Al-Sheikh to come into the boxing world and make these promoters kind of do what they should have been doing. Am I looking at that right or no?
No, I mean, look, some strange bedfellows indeed, but there's an old phrase about a proxy war. And the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And you're right. If all these companies just would have been working together organically like they should have been, none of this would have really happened. That's why I don't really have any sympathy or any hope for this game ever getting cleaned up. It is what it is. But I've actually heard that Top Rank and or Golden Boy, they could be going to Amazon Prime and working together in unison. Maybe, I don't know how that deal would work, but I've actually heard of some fights that are being talked about that would pit those said promoters together in various fights with Amazon Prime. But again, I don't know if Amazon Prime would be giving any money. I don't know what the license fees would be. I'm still trying to figure out where Top Rank's going to land in the early fall. No one really seems to know much about that. But right now, the Zone is the place to be. But I get the sense they're kind of maxed out in terms of the space they have for the sport of boxing.
Yeah, Steve, this is the thing I really wanted to know. If Turki Al-Sheikh, let's say the Zone, okay, PBC, they're fighting with Amazon Prime. From what I've heard, from what Rick Glazer said in the past, Amazon Prime hasn't given them an annual budget, for they only handle the distribution, but the PBC have to put up the money for their own fights and stuff like that. If that is the case, without a Turki Al-Sheikh being involved, where would these promoters like a PBC who act as they're not a promoter company, but they kind of are, or a Golden Boy, or even a Top Rank, where would they get their financing from for their fights?
Well, it's traditional. It just goes back. I look, it's like the .com bubble. It bursts and then you go back to real world. Fighters being overpaid is not my problem. I don't get anything. I don't get a percentage. If they have to go back to making the regular money, so be it. They choose to do this. Then they could go out there and build up their value as fighters.
Yeah.
The going was good for a while and then it ends. Nobody said it was going to last in perpetuity here. So, my attitude is whatever happens, happens. And, the fights happen and I comment on it. But look, there's been new money that has come into the game and then it leaves the game and things go back to normal. So this is nothing new. And if the fighters don't want to fight for the regular money, well, they can always get a job. It's really that simple.
What about I forgot. I know you. When was the last time you spoke to Harold Letterman?
Harold Letterman? Well, he died years ago. Do you mean Bob Arum or Larry Merchant?
No, Larry Merchant. My bad, Larry Merchant.
Yeah, I actually had lunch with him Friday, and that's going to be my story tomorrow. I did a short little story on him and some of his thoughts on the current state of the boxing. I talk to him regularly, and we get lunch once a month. So last Friday, I actually saw Larry Merchant.
It's amazing because I wanted to know, kind of like you already hit the nail on the head. Like, what is his thoughts on the current boxing? He's been watching boxing a long time, and I can honestly say that boxing today looks way different than it did in the 80s, in the 90s, hell, even the early 2000s, early to maybe mid 2000. It looks totally different. Am I right in saying that?
No, you're not. And that's how I end the story. Larry admits boxing is no longer one of the great major sports in American culture. It's a niche sport. with a few notable fighters and a few fights a year that maybe the general public cares about. But the days of it being a major sport, much like horse racing, are decades gone. And he also mentioned that the game of boxing probably needs 10 more Inoues, but unfortunately, those guys are very, very rare.
It's amazing because, of course, online from a fan base standpoint, it's kind of different. But I was talking, I wanted to ask you about the Devin Haney and the Floyd Mayweather kind of like comparisons. And it started by his father, Bill Haney, and I explained to him Bill's argument, which is the straw man's argument, is that, look, my son at 26 years old accomplished more in his career than Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones Jr. He got a list. Antonio Tarver, Sugar Ray Leonard. My son was undisputed at 26. And so this is his argument. And my whole argument was, look, okay, yeah, y'all did that, but you beat Teofimo. No, I mean, you beat George Cambosos, which some would say is a C+ fighter, maybe B- on a good day. However, Pretty Boy Floyd he was 26 years old. He was Pretty Boy Floyd. I said, that dude was an assassin. From a skill set standpoint, there's no comparison. You know where on that. And so what said you about all of this, Steve?
I don't disagree. Look, on paper, I guess it's comparable, but I'll just put it to you like that. Floyd Mayweather, if he had to fight every single guy Haney did, I believe he'd probably have the exact same record, and he'd make it look easier and better. And to this day, I still think Lomachenko beat Haney. Look, people say that was close. I guess I thought it was pretty clear that Loma won that fight, and I was there when Floyd Mayweather won his first world title against Genaro Hernandez, who many people believe should be in the Hall of Fame. He looked spectacular. What he did to Diego Corrales is one of the most devastating things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I just look, Devin Haney for this era is good. He ain't Floyd.
no, he ain't that. Floyd fought in that pocket. He fought mid-range. It was like, no, man. Like he dismembered people. Like we talking about super featherweight. We talking about super featherweight and lightweight Floyd Mayweather. Hell, even 147. Even when he moved up to 147, right around the time I think he turned it. When did he turn into Money Mayweather? Was that right before Oscar or right after?
Well, that was the Oscar fight. The Oscar fight was in 1997. So he turned pro in 96. Won his first world title in 98, and from about 2001 all the way up until that fight, when he was very young, he was in the top 3 or 4 pound for pound for a good 7-8 years, even before he faced Oscar. I think he was a 3 or 4 weight division champion.
Yeah.
So, he had 36 fights under his belt before he got to De La Hoya.
That's what Top Rank.
Yes. Well, neither was with Top Rank at that time, but his first 34, 35 fights was under the umbrella of the Bob Arum Company.
Right, Top Rank. Yeah.
So, look, Haney's effective. He's skillful, but all I know is this. I saw Floyd Mayweather, and young man, you are no Floyd Mayweather.
No, it is what it is. What say you about that Keyshawn Davis and Edward De Los Santos fight?
Well, Keyshawn looks to be one of the bright lights of boxing, a legitimate draw, and I think he gets it. He wants to stay active. Yeah. De Los Santos has not fought in about a year and a half since that forgettable fight against Shakur Stevenson. I expect another big, lively, energetic crowd in Norfolk, and I like to say, ring rust matters.
Yeah,
and I believe that Keyshawn will eventually end up looking very good as he overcomes Edward De Los Santos.
Do you feel that right now, of course, July is coming up. We have the Edgar Berlanga, he's fighting Hamza Shiraz. Shakur Stevenson is fighting on the undercard of that, the co-main event. Some would say that they feel that Shakur Stevenson should have been the main event. Of course, I've been capping hard for Edgar Berlanga because he's funny. I really, I've been making mockery, but the dude just funny, man. Like the man, he's kind of like he's growing on me. I'm like, man, I like to hear him talk shit. I like to hear him in his delusional state. He went 12 rounds with Canelo. He's saying that, look, his drip is different. He's wearing all his jewelry now. He's iced out, wearing fur coats. and he's the headliner. Is there, from what you've heard, is there any reason why a non-title fight between Hamza Shiraz and Edgar Berlanga is the headliner more so than a title fight with Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda?
Well, I think there's two things. Number one, Turkey really likes Hamza Shiraz. Okay, that's one of his favorite guys. And I think there's, based on the way Shakur has fought, look, they don't want a main event that might end up boring. So I think those are the two things. There's really no need to overthink it. So, and look, Hamza Shiraz is one of those guys that Turkey wants to see succeed. It's really that simple.
He said they don't want to see a fight that could potentially be boring.
Well, they don't want the main event to turn into the walkout bout.
Well, why would they think that? Because we got Shakur.
Well, because we've seen it.
But I'm just saying. So all right, so they know Edgar Berlanga coming to fight. He's coming. He's gonna come to take his head off. I'm worried about this fight. I'm gonna tell you why. Edgar Berlanga's fighting in New York. I'm looking at some interviews. Already he's talking about Fat Joe, the Terror Squad. I'm fighting in New York. This is my hometown. I'm the king of New York, this and that. And what I'm thinking is, even though I like Edgar Berlanga, I say, you know what, man, what if he come in there being overconfident? All of those reasons why he feel like he should win. He has the ice and stuff like that. It's a good chance he might get his ass, get knocked off. What you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, I guess. I look, Hamza was a little bit very disappointing against Carlos Adames. I have my thoughts on if he kind of just stretched himself making that weight at 160. But he's going to have to show a little more guts than he did against Adames, to be honest with you. He can blame this trainer that he fired after the fight. I thought that was very unfair.
Yeah.
But he's going to have to be a better version of a fighter than he was a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm not going to sit here and look at the line and say that I think Hamza Shiraz is this magnificent fighter. There's nothing really special about him. I have Edgar Berlanga beating him myself, but I'm like, anything is possible. If he's not locked in mentally, I could see him potentially maybe getting outpointed. As it relates to Terrence Crawford, Canelo, that fight is rumored to be happening late on in the year. I'm not going to lie. In September sometime. I never thought in a million years that we'll be talking about this. I never thought that, but this is the reality. David Benavidez hasn't had an opportunity to fight Canelo. He moved up, and now people are saying that Canelo just in it for the payday now. He doesn't fight as hard as he used to. Is there some validity to that, in your opinion?
Look, he gamed the system. Yeah. I was utterly bored by his last fight like anyone else, and hopefully Crawford, unlike the last few opponents of Canelo, will actually try to win. I think he will because he's that type of guy.
Yeah.
I actually think the efforts of the last few guys that have fought Canelo have been a little bit embarrassing, specifically Berlanga and Charlo. So, we'll see what happens. Coach, I'm at the stage. Whatever happens in a fight, whatever. It's my job to cover it, and I cover it. I don't really get all upset one way or the other.
Yeah, you don't have an emotional attachment to it. Listen, I thank you for taking the time out, Steve. I'm gonna get at you later. I want to let everybody know how to get in contact with you, and I'll call you, let you know when I'm coming back to LA. I'll be coming back to LA soon, so I'll give you a heads up.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Shout out to Steve Kim, man. Let's give Steve Kim a round of applause. Yeah, man. Anytime I go to LA, I always hook up with my main man Steve Kim, and of course I hook up with my family and then Freeway Ricky Ross. So, yeah, bro, I'm kind of like thinking about the Canelo Crawford fight too, and I think it's gonna be a great fight myself. Initially I thought, you know what, man, Crawford knows, Canelo too big for him, too strong, too powerful. A, B, C, and D. I gave Canelo all this credit, and then of course I give Crawford credit as well. But lately, from what I've been seeing from Canelo, I'm like, man, to me, honestly, he seems like a different fighter. He's not the fighter that he was when he fought. Like the Canelo that fought, that version of Canelo who fought Caleb Plant, that's not Canelo. That's not today's Canelo. That's not today's Canelo. It's kind of like, he's waking up to silk sheets for real. He's wearing silk pajamas. Hell, the man stepped on stage with Dolce & Gabbana pajamas on. Hey, shout out to Ruben. Shout out to NPR. He said Canelo coasting to the billions. Yeah, pretty much. And again, listen, I don't hate the player, and I don't hate the game. If he found a way to game the system and make the kind of money that he's making, I can't get mad at him. But I gotta be honest. You know, both of these guys are of course I'm riding with Bud, you know, that's my favorite fighter, but Canelo's one of my favorite fighters as well. Him a new wave, you know, Alexander Usyk, y'all know I'm crazy about Alexander. I like Alexander Usyk a lot. You know, Diddy, Bam Rodriguez, you know, guys who really doing shit, you know, guys who really, you know, Devin Haney, of course I like Tank Davis as well, Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis. I like a lot of the prospects coming up as well. There's a lot of fighters that I like. However, you know, I have to be honest. I do see that, you know what, it's like the effort isn't there. It's just, you know, I know I'm going to win. You know, he's like someone said it in the chat. They say he's coasting to billions. Pretty much he's coasting. He's coasting right now. So, you know, that particular fight, the hungriest dog is going to get the steak. There's still a lot of questions that intrigue me about that. So we'll see how that plays out. Is Terrence Crawford going to run? Is he going to be like, oh shit, I'm in the ring with Canelo, run? And he start doing like this here? I don't see that happening myself, but you know, could that be, you know, I know a lot of Canelo fans, diehard Canelo fans, oh, he gonna run. I think that's more so them projecting. That's what they want him to do. I don't think that guy from Omaha is going to do that, but we'll see. Will a different version of Canelo show? Will we get that hungry 2021 version, 2021 and before 2021 version of Canelo? Will we get that Canelo, or will we get the same Canelo that we've been getting for the past 2-3 fights? Did you get what I'm saying? Will we get the Dulce Cabana version of Canelo? You know what I mean? We ride the ride. Hey, shout out to Coach Eddie. What Ric Flair say? Limousine riding. No, limousine riding. Champagne drinking. Caviar eating. Tuxedo wearing. Dulce Cabana pajamas wearing. Fur slippers. Type of guy. You know what I mean? Are we going to get that version? Are we going to get that? Eddie, are we going to get that version where Canelo, he getting a manicure in the locker room. He getting a manicure in the locker room while getting ready before he get his hand wraps. Eddie, how you doing, Eddie? You okay? Yeah, Canelo, what's going on? Are you getting ready? Yeah, I'm getting a manicure right now. As soon as I finish, I want you to do the hand wraps. You know what I mean? We're gonna go out here and get this $100 million. I think they say he getting $100 million. Crawford getting $80 million or something of that sort. Crawford getting one getting $100 million, somebody getting $150 million, somewhere up in there, right? But anyway, yeah, just get ready. Hey, listen, Puto. I need you to do some jump rope right quick. Warm up for me. Are we going to get that version? True. Shout out to Jesus. He said, Coach, you can put all versions of fake Nello together and still doesn't beat Crawford. I mean, we'll see. We'll find out. We'll find out, fam. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what it is. We'll see how it pans out. We'll see how it pans out. But shout out to Chico. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2 super chat. What to say, fam? You say Steve and Coach. It's like Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. Yeah, man. Like, I fuss with Steve Kim, man. Steve Kim, good guy. Really good guy, man. Like, for real. He's always been straight with me, so I don't have any issues with Steve Kim at all. Good dude. He's always been right by me. So, I treat people how they treat me. You get what I'm saying? That's how I treat people. So, he's a good guy. But shout out to the tournament. He said, I think we're going to get the absolute best versions of both Bud and Canelo. I'm rooting for Bud, my 2-time undisputed 4 division world champion. Terrence Crawford, love Canelo too. Yeah, I mean, again, like for me, there's no beef. I really don't have a dog in the race. There's no beef. I don't hate Canelo because he's fighting Bud. And I don't hate Bud because he fighting Canelo. Like, both of these guys are great fighters. Both of these guys are on a different tax bracket than I am. And they right now they're getting their money. Right now, we get money right now. We got Turkey Island Sheep paying a boatload of money, dog. We finna go over here and make it do what it do. We finna shang a lane. I'ma fly I'm gonna fly into the city. You'll get what I'm saying. I'm gonna be diddy bopping. You know, back when it was cool to be diddy bopping. I'm a diddy bop. You know what I mean? You know, we gonna diddy. We gonna do it like Dame Dash and Jay-Z used to do back in the day. We gonna Dame Dash it up. You know, they say Dame Dash broke right now. You know what I mean? It is what it is. True, you know. Yeah, man, we gonna listen. We gonna shake them dice. We gonna shake them dice, baby. You know, we gonna party like it's 1999. Now, when I see these fools, shout out to Sheila from Cali. When I see these fools start ripping up $20 bills like Agent Broner dumbass and flushing it down the toilet, that's when I know it's gonna be some bullshit. True. Man, listen. Hey, guess what? I was watching the video of what's the dude name? Y'all check this out. I gotta show y'all this. Oh, I have to show y'all this. I was watching the video. Hold on. I was watching the video of this brother. This brother right here, he plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I had some niggas telling me, yeah, man, he like Michael Jordan. I said, that man ain't like no damn Jordan. Man, y'all better stop doing that shit, man. Talking about the man like Jordan, this and that. Let me see, can I find it? Where is that? Somebody sent it to me. You know what? Somebody sent it to me. The brother was talking about what he do with his money. And he was saying he hasn't spent $1 of his NBA check yet. You know what I mean? He hasn't spent $1 of his NBA check. What the brother name that played for? Yeah, Anthony. That's his name, Anthony. Yeah, that brother right there. He said he's living strictly off endorsements. He said he don't be buying no jewelry, blowing his money on all that dumb ass shit. He said, man, I never do no dumb ass shit like that. And he making way more money than these boxers. He making way more money than these boxers. Hold on, let me see what's up. Where the dude at, man? I want to pull up that video, bro. It was a nice video. Somebody sent it to me. Man. Damn, I forgot what it was, man. Yeah, you know, somebody sent it to him. The man got plenty of money. He got plenty of money, bro. Yeah, that's the name, Anthony Edwards. The boy got plenty of money. But these fools, they bro, I'm like, fam, bro.
They said they never gave you niggas money.
I said, these motherfuckers be broke. These motherfuckers be broke. Like, you get what I'm saying? They spending all their money. Hey, Jason said he making $42 million this year. Now, what fighter? Listen, name me an American fighter making $42 million this year. You know, outside of take Canelo away for this one fight, and take Terrence Crawford away for this one fight, because we know both of those guys gonna make way more than that in this one fight. But however, I'm just saying, like, the dudes, you get what I'm saying? Like, these dudes, I need to find that video. That brother right there, somebody sent it to me. The brother like, man, I ain't finna be doing no dumb ass shit like that. Buying all that fugazi ass shit for what? Hey, this is about to say, don't that get taxed though? He has to pay half of that in taxes. So he's smart as fuck. Yeah, you know, I don't know if he pay half, but I think they pay like 40%. They're in a high tax bracket. But then it depends on how you got the money rolled. You may have it rolled in a Roth account. If you put that money in a Roth account, you know, I don't know. Well, you know what? In a Roth, you on the Roth, you know, the Roths are different because in the Roth account, you can only put so much in it per year. I have a Roth account and I can't put no more than $8,000 a year in my Roth account. The type of account that I have. And then I have something set up for my kids as well. So, so much money goes in every month. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know his structure, but my point is, I like the mindset. I like the mindset and the mentality is what I'm saying. You know, and boxing is totally different. Like, so I think it's safe to say you won't see Benny the Jeweler around Anthony. Yeah, I got Benny the Jeweler. You know, I paid. Motherfucker be bragging. Listen. Motherfuckers be bragging. Some of these athletes, right? Motherfuckers be bragging about overpaying for shit, for jewelry. Shout out to Trey. What it say for me? Say athletes do buy a lot of designer though. $300 t-shirts. Yeah, I get that. I mean, you know what, Trey? When you get some money, you gonna buy you some clothes. When you get some money, you're gonna buy you some clothes. Do you get what I'm saying? You're gonna do that. When you get some money, you're gonna buy you some clothes, fam. You get, that's not. I don't really see nothing wrong with that because you got to update your wardrobe and stuff like that. The thing is, you don't want to become materialistic. That's all. You don't want to become materialistic to the point to where, oh, I gotta get this. Oh, I gotta get that. Oh, let me let these niggas know I got it. Y'all see what I got on right here? Y'all look what I'm wearing, and I'm like, do you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? And a lot of time, hold on, what you say, G5, you say Trump pardoned Larry Hoover? For real? No, he pardoned Larry Hoover? No, man, don't tell me Trump did that. Trump pardoned Larry Hoover. No, man. No. Let me look this up right quick. Larry Hoover. I think a big meat. Larry Hoover. Whipping work. Hallelujah. Yeah. Yeah, gotta be damn. Y'all motherfucking right. It say President Trump commutes drug kingpin Larry Hoover's federal prison sentence. Hoover and David Darksdale, credited gangster disciples in the late 60s, ruling as King Larry and King David until Barksdale was killed in 1974. Wow. Damn, guess what? He didn't have to do that, dog. He didn't have to do that at all. Like, he didn't have to do that at all. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's crazy. Damn, he pardoned fucking Harry O, the founder of Death Row Records, the one who financed it, and he pardoned Larry. Well, he commuted his sentence. Wednesday commuted the life sentence of Larry Hoover, notorious king. So if he give Larry Hoover 30 years, if he commuted down to 30 years, that's time served. The White House did not share details of the commutation, but Hoover attorney Justin Moore said that Trump commuted Hoover's sentence to time served. He still faces essentially life in prison on a state murder conviction. Oh, okay. So the state conviction still stands. We did what so many said was impossible. Moore said. Now you do know that. So he's gonna be sent to state custody. Trump can't do nothing about that. You do know that what's the dude name? Jay Prince was working on this case as well. James Prince was trying to get him out for the longest. You know, Larry Hoover family, from what Jay Prince was saying, reached out to him. They were trying to get him out for the longest. Yeah, no, that's what's up though, fam. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, listen, man. No, man. Listen, man. Let's get Larry Hoover, man, and Trump for doing that. A round of applause. Yeah, that's what's up, fam. That's what's up. Yeah, he can't. The state charged the state. Now he can't do nothing on that. He can't do nothing on that. It's he's still stuck on that. He's still stuck on that. But he still faces essentially life in prison on a state murder conviction. Yeah, I don't know how they gonna. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how they gonna do that state shit. State different. State different. But people been trying to get Larry Hoover out for the longest. They've been trying to get him out for the longest on that, bro. For real though. So. Hopefully he can get that elbow. You know, in prison they call life the elbow. If you ever did time, they tell you that got that elbow. That elbow is the life. So hopefully he can get that up off of him, and then he can go back into the community of Chicago and try to right some of the wrongs of his past with Chicago. Hopefully he can do that. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Shout out to we'll see how that works out. But yeah, man, back to what I was saying though. Yeah, like these fighters, they really have to watch. They really got to sit back and like watch, just how they manage their monies. Like you don't want to end up like AB, bro. You don't want to end up like AB. You don't. You don't want to end up like Adrian Broner. You get what I'm saying? You just don't, because like this dude right here, man, shit, I'm hearing he filling out applications at McDonald's now. True. I'm hearing he filling out applications at McDonald's now, man. All that money he was flushing down the toilet and throwing away and tricking off. He was tricking off. You get what I'm saying? He was tricking off and all that stuff there. Like that's why I said that it's going to come a time. Hold on.
Yo te voy a decir una cosa.
That's why I said that it's going to come a time to where when these younger fighters, especially someone like an Edgar Berlanga, when he gets older, he going to realize, you know what, man, I've been blowing all this money on this dumbass shit, making Benny the Jeweler rich for what? Like, who am I trying to impress wearing all this damn jewelry? I mean, you make your money, you can do what you want to do with it. Floyd Mayweather does it. But, yeah, Floyd Mayweather does it as well. Hell, even at, well, Floyd is damn near 50. Floyd is damn near 50. He's still buying jewelry. He's still buying, designer clothes. He's still, you get what I'm saying? I'm like, fam, you know, I think at that point it's an addiction. When you're like Floyd Mayweather's age and you're wearing, you're still, I got my jeweler coming over. Like, listen, fam, Floyd Mayweather is 48 years old. When you're 48 years old and you still, feel the need to, I have to show people, like, you can be buying that stuff and don't put it on camera and don't talk about, yeah, man, you get what I'm saying? You can, hold on. What's wrong? Okay, here we go. Yeah, you can you can buy that stuff and don't show people that you bought it. But when you buy it, I'm cameraman, come here. Listen, come on, show, turn the camera on. All right, let everybody know what I just did. And then you gotta announce it. Then you gotta announce it publicly to everybody who literally don't give a damn. Hey, JC say jewelry is an investment. Gold. I hear what you're saying. That's what they say. But once you alter those Rolexes and you bust them down and add all the stuff to it, it's not an investment. Who gonna buy it? Who you gonna sell it to? Okay, you say it's an investment. Oh, okay, so like gold. Okay, so if I buy a bunch of jewelry and have it sitting in my house, tell me how it was an investment. I got a bunch of watches and I got a bunch of watches and chains right now. Tell me, okay, it's an investment. What type of interest I'm making on it? Like, what's the return on that? What's the return on that? If I buy a watch for $20 million right now, I got VVS diamonds in it and big ass and all that. I got all that shit in there, right? I got all this crazy. I got all this shit in there, right? Tell me what's the investment? What's the return on that? I'm just asking a question. I don't know. I'm ignorant when it comes to that. So someone please explain that to me. If I have to end up hawking, selling that jewelry, can I get $25 million for it? If I buy that Terror Squad chain that Edgar Berlanga have, let's say I paid $1 million for this Terror Squad chain. Can he sell that Terror Squad chain for $2 million? Or $1.5 million? I'm just asking. Please educate me. I don't know. I'm ignorant when it comes to jewelry. So let me know. The brother said it's an investment. Like, explain it to me, fam. Like, please explain that to me. I really don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Sheila. What's going on? Green Eyes P say it's the bragging that's cringy. Well, I do, I get it. I understand, but I'm just asking. G5 say fast, coach. I'm just asking. Craig Moose say he say Haney will be broke. I mean, I don't know if any of these guys will be broke. I really don't know. I don't know if any of these guys will be broke. But explain to me, the brother say the metal is the investment. Explain to me, me buying a $100,000 chain, how was that an investment? Because I have a Roth account. I have so much money in that account, and that money gets diversified in different stock. So that money is an investment because it's growing. Any money that I make off of that initial investment is interest that I make from different stocks. That's an investment. Show me how buying $100,000, $200,000 chain or $1 million watch is an investment. What type of return is on that? Please, educate me on that. Can I take that jewelry that's sitting in my house that I wear at the club? Can I take it and say, okay, I paid $2 million for the jewelry. Let me sell it for $3 million or $4 million. Do you get what I'm saying? The Cardenas say that the gold bars is an investment. Yes, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. You get what I'm saying? So I totally agree with that. But you know what I mean? Like the Bubba got all that. That's why I say it's fugazi. And then too, more than likely, you overpaying for the jury. More than likely, you overpaying for the jury. Hey, shout out to Damien B. What he say, fam? He say just as bad as buying a car. Yeah, as soon as you drive a car off the lot, it depreciates what, 30-something%? Yeah, I'm trying. Again, I'm ignorant. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, get what I'm saying? I'll call him. What's the name you call it from?
Hey, what's up, Slim? Let me run back real quick. I think a lot of that shit they do, you hit it. You actually took my shit I was about to say. Half of it is an addiction. The other half is don't be trick bagged. A lot of that shit they can write off or get a huge discount when they own these companies. You know what I'm saying? So they can look at that shit as a business investment, and image is everything.
Yeah.
So they using this image, you know what I'm saying, to promote himself as a certain way, which is what it is. But see, people gotta understand that I don't do it, but a lot of people do it. It's all relative. What's the $300 t-shirt? You pay $30, some people pay $30 for a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So if you pay $30 for a t-shirt, you make $100,000 a year, and a motherfucker making $42 million a year, and he paid $300. Who's the dummy?
That ain't nothing. Yeah, that ain't. You're right about it.
Yeah,
when you got $42 million and you buying a $300 shirt, that ain't nothing.
$42 million.
That ain't nothing.
And that's when I tell y'all, stop. When people say they feel sorry for athletes because they lose money because they're greedy.
Yeah.
They don't even have to touch that money. Motherfucker, they don't have to touch a single dime of that money. All they have to do, what you said, is put it in an IRA Roth account, let this shit grow. That's it. And you live off the interest alone. Yeah. They don't have to touch that fucking money. And then people sit there, oh, it's a shame. I've always been. I've been consistent. I don't give a fuck about no millionaire losing money. Who gives a fuck? I don't feel bad about no billionaire, millionaire, these athletes losing money because they want to trick and be greedy. That's not my problem. Yeah, you had the opportunity and you blew it because of greed. I feel more that a motherfucking blue collar worker who make $150,000 get a back injury now. He can't even pay for his shit. That's what you need to be feeling sorry for. You know what I'm saying? But that's my whole thing. They be writing that shit off. So don't be getting tricked back by these millionaires and these billionaires. A lot of this shit is written off. When they buy these companies, they write that shit off. They don't even have to spend money for that shit. That shit is in an account where they just go and borrow against their fucking stocks.
Yeah.
I do it. I mean, I'm not getting into my business, but you can borrow against your stocks. I can buy a whole fucking $1 million house against my stock if I want.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way you got to look at it. And Trump told y'all, you got to change the tax codes, because if you don't change the tax code, you probably me and you in the same boat, or how you work this shit around.
Yeah.
But that's just my point, man. They do that shit just because it's an image, and some of them are addicted. But like I said, if the motherfucker want to buy, what they buy what they buy. But don't fall for it to act as if that, they are bad investments, but it's ways around it where the motherfuckers have you believing that's what they really doing. But they're on the back end, they getting 30, at least 50% of that money back by writing the shit off, though. But that's all I got for you, Mo.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Ron Boy, friend. DC, stand up. Ron Boy hit the nail right on the head. You know what? Some of this could be a publicity stunt to make it seem like I have something that I don't have. it's an image thing. For Floyd Mayweather, I have to keep this image of me being Money Mayweather, the moniker, because people buy into the image. People buy into the image. So if I can create a facade that I am elegant, I have this, I have that, that creates interest in me. That creates a demand. Now, oh man, we got to get with Coach. Yeah, man, but so all of those people who may want to get with me later on in the future, on the outside looking in, I look, man, Coach got this, man. You see, he got all that ice over there? Man, he dripping, baby. He got Benny the Jeweler. Man, Benny the Jeweler, man, and he right there with Edgar Berlanga too. He around all the money, so goddamn it, he got money and all that stuff there. So it's this image, and then next thing you know, the phone go to ringing. Yeah, hello. Yeah, what's up? Hey, man, listen, man, Edgar. Yo, what's up, baby? Hey, look here, man, we in Club Live in Miami, man. Yeah, what's up? Are you in the city? Yeah, I'm in the city. Hey, man, we want to know, man, are you able to do a walkthrough? Hey, look here, man, for a while, I charge 10 racks for a walkthrough, because I gotta have Joey Crack with me. I got the Pistol Pete, the entire trail squad. You get what I'm saying? Just for me to come, I need at least 10 racks just for a 15-minute walkthrough. Can you make it 30 minutes? I can make it 30 minutes. Can you give us set us up VIP and the bottle? We need about 15 bottles. 15 bottles? Yeah, I'm giving you a discount. I normally charge 25,000 or 40,000, but I'm giving you a discount because you all right with my homie Pistol Pete for the Terror Squad. True. But I'm gonna stay 30 minutes. You can do announcement. Give me give me 15 bottles. No, give me 25 bottles for me and my crew, me and the Terror Squad. Joey Crack want 2, I want 2. Make an announcement. I talk to the DJ for another 5 racks. I walk through, take some pictures for another 5 racks. So that'll be 30 racks, and we can call it a day. You know what I'm talking about? Terror Squad, baby. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Well, we can do that. Listen. You know what? That image is everything. That image is everything. Ron Boy Fresh hit the nail right on the head. It could be a facade. It could be, you get what I'm saying? Like, do you guys notice that people who have money and who are famous, they don't pay for nothing? Motherfucker, they be happy to give it to them. Now, broke nigga who ain't got no fame, no notoriety, you don't get no favors. You pay for a price. Hey man, this shirt, the t-shirt cost $300. If you got to look at the price tag, you ain't this the wrong tax bracket for you. Because he's right, it's all relative. If you're making $42 million a year, a $300 t-shirt is like $30, or it's like $1 to you. Man, I bought 10 t-shirts. I bought 10 t-shirts for $3,000. 10 t-shirts for $3,000? Man, you done went crazy. Don't you know you could have went to the corner store? The Arabs, they got a whole bunch of t-shirts for $5. But guess what? You're looking at it, he paid $3,000 for t-shirts, but he got a net worth of $42 million. So when you look at it like that, he making $42 million a year. When you look at it like that, that $300 t-shirt, them $3,000 for t-shirts ain't nothing. When you look at it that way. But yeah, man, like motherfuckers who rich and got it and notoriety, when you got fame like that, you attract money. You attract people who want to do shit for you. They just want you. Hey, shout out to the Slam Football. Hey man, look here, man. Look here. Slam Football. Hey man, the Slam Football. Look here, baby, man. You cracking, baby. Hey, look here, man. I want you to do a feature, man, on the show, man. Won't you come on the show? Yeah, coach, man. I really don't just come up on shows like that, man, because I'm kind of busy, man. My thing cracking, man. Okay, what you charge for a feature, man? Just come on the show. To do an appearance. Like Charleston White. Anytime you see Charleston White somewhere on a platform, he's getting paid. You get what I'm saying? So it be like that when your notoriety and fame and popularity blow up. You can charge just based on your fame alone. Y'all get what I'm saying? So it could be that, motherfucker just flogging. It could be Benny the Jeweler, could be stepping to Devin Haney. He'd be like, hey, Devin, look here, man. I want to give you a chain. This is something special for you. I want to do this for you because you Devin the Dream Haney. You don't have to pay for it. I want to do this for you. I made a custom piece for you right here. that I got from Temu. That I made myself. This is custom diamonds. I got cubic zirconia in here that look like BBS. Sorry about that. I got real diamonds in here. I made this for you. Oh, Benny, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. Hey, listen, Dev, but can you do me a favor? Can you do this for me, brother? Please. Out of respect and out of love, peace and love, you being the undisputed champion, you having the greatest trainer of all time, your father, Bill Haney, he's great. How you been able to navigate? Is there any way we can just do a quick video where you can show off some of my custom pieces, and I can fool these fools who don't know about this shit. I can show my customers, people who may want to do business with me, other celebrities, that hey, you just bought this piece for $10 million, even though you ain't bought them, just got you. I bought it from Temu, but I got you wearing it. You get what I'm saying? It'll build my profile. They do that. They do that. They do that. They do that. You get what I'm saying? They do that. Hey, shout out to Jamie. He say, Coach, that's why I say Belanga's a fraud. I got 100 guns, 100 clips. Nigga, I'm from New York. Hey, you get what I'm saying? Once you build your fame and your notoriety up, then you will be able to charge for appearances. That's why you can't spread yourself too thin. You can't be everywhere to everybody. That's why you get what I'm saying? You can't spread yourself too thin. Because that's a part of your brand, your namesake. Money Made, that's my brand. I don't show up in any and everywhere because it'd be bad to my brand. Hey, shout out to Uncle Charles. I only want to be shown to, in the most prestigious places. People know when they think about Floyd, we just can't approach him in any kind of way. Listen, we got to spend money to book him. Did you get what I'm saying? All that is a part of that. You get what I'm saying? All of that is a part of that. That's a part of the the entire facade. The image. Yeah, man. Baby, do you know who I am, baby? I'm iced out. Like right now, for you to get a fight. Shout out to Aquarius Brown. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Clinton, man. It's Ruben Allen. Shout out to everybody watching on Instagram and X. We got over 600 people watching right now. Shout out to everybody watching on Instagram and everybody watching on X. Listen, right now, you can't. You get what I'm saying? Like right now, Edgar Berlanga swag is at an all-time high. People would pay you just for your swag. People will pay you just for your swag. Like when you have the type of moniker, when you have the type of notoriety, when you have the type of fame, such as Floyd Money Mayweather, when you go to countries like Dubai and go to the Middle East and all of those things, you will have people fall out on their knees in front of you like this.
After my God, I respect you. I respect you. After my God. I respect you. After my God. Give him after my God.
You second to God, champ.
No. I didn't listen. I respect him. I'm sorry. I respect him.
Come on for the nigga pass out. Take the picture before you pass out.
Yeah, get him before he pass out.
Yeah.
Hold him up.
Yo, we gotta take this guy everywhere. Yo, champ.
He needs air.
You need air.
He needs air. Take the picture. Take the picture before you face the clip.
That's my hero, right? That's my hero. One more.
It takes a lot to take a lot to do it. All right, why are you pushing?
Don't worry about it. I got you, all right?
You get what I'm saying? See, when you have fame and notoriety, you get what I'm saying? People, that's why you have celebrity. People crazy about celebrities. Oh my God, that's my favorite celebrity. And you faint when you see your favorite celebrity. You faint. You get what I'm saying? You because you're so happy just to be blessed to be in the presence of greatness. Shout out to La Jessica. Shout out to the Cardenas. Shout out to Jamie from New York. You just so happy that you're blessed. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. That's Edgar Berlanga. You know what I mean? Then as soon as you see him, you immediately hear, the lean back anthem. Like out there, who that is, nigga? That's Edgar Berlanga, man. Did you hear the beat? Dun, 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 dun. Oh shit, that Edgar Berlanga. Dun, 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 dun. You know what I mean? You know, a lean back, lean back, lean back, lean back. You get what I'm saying? You get a chance to hear that? Okay, he go. No, he go Edgar Berlanga. No, he go right here, boy. I got 100 guns, 100 clips. You get what I'm saying? He go Edgar C. I'm just saying.
Canelo, vamos a meter un finca de bicho, cabrón. Tú no mandas nada.
Now this before the Canelo fight. How he was acting.
Solamente tú mandas mamando bicho.
You see what I'm saying? You feel me? Now this how Edgar Berlanga was looking before the Canelo fight. You know, you feel me, baby? You feel me? You saw them maybe, you know, this was before the Canelo fight. You get what I'm saying? You know, so now let's look at the drip.
We right here in Kasubi's right now, about to get an outfit. You know, shout out to Kasubi's. They about to, you know what I'm saying, drip me out for this fucking weigh-in so I could look at this fuck nigga today. You know what I'm saying?
So he talking about Canelo. He calling Canelo a fuck nigga. You know, he finna get weighed in. So he finna go in there. See, Edgar Berlanga is parlaying the Canelo fight to the fullest because Edgar Berlanga is getting probably a whole lot of free shit. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's why I say this motherfucker's a genius. Matter of fact, let me subscribe to Edgar Berlanga channel. How you ain't got but 11,000 subscribers, fam? He got to get his subscribers up. He ain't got but 11,000 subscribers. How you the face of New York? You come on, we got to get that up. But what I'm saying is he's parlaying that. Let's go. So now when he do business, yeah, you know, I fought Canelo. I went 12 rounds with Canelo. I went toe-to-toe with Canelo. Yeah, we saw that fight, man. Benny the jeweler, you know, like somebody want to sell him something. Well, Benny the jeweler give me jewelry like this all the time. I don't have to pay. I'm Edgar Berlanga. I fought Canelo. I went 12 rounds with Canelo. Do you know what? Do you know I'm the king of New York? You know this is my city. You know I'm the Prince of Puerto Rico. You know that. You know I'm the new face of Boston. Everybody knows that. So you want me to pay for that when Benny the jeweler give it to me for free? Oh, I'm sorry, Edgar. Here, take this $18 million watch. You can have it for free, Edgar. Please, just let everybody know you got it from me. True. Let's go.
I'll probably smack the shit out of you. That's because I feel like it. Here. I want to go.
Are you looking for something specific, like any colors like that?
You want a little fly dripped out?
You want a little fly dripped out?
What kind of jeans you like? You like more baggy or like?
Yeah, like some baggy shit. I wear like that so I can throw things on.
You get what I'm saying? So you know, see some of y'all. Yeah.
They can give you guys anything else on a discount too if you want. But we can get an outfit for free.
A discount? Get an outfit for free?
Gotta figure out some shoes.
You get what I'm saying? I don't do discounts. I'm Edgar Berlanga. Money is not an object. You see what I'm saying? See, you average everyday folk that's in the chat, you don't get the opportunity to see how a multi-millionaire, a multi-dimensional millionaire such as the Edgar Berlanga live. So I'm blessing y'all. I'm blessing you guys in the chat right now. I'm blessing you, giving you guys just the peak of the day in the life of the Puerto Rican assassin. True. You regular folk in New York, you regular folk, y'all don't understand what it's like to be driving Bugattis and Lambos, and y'all don't know what it's like to be iced out by Benny the jeweler. You don't know what it's like to go toe-to-toe 12 rounds with someone like a Canelo. There's levels to this. You regular people in New York, y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. You don't know what it's like to go to your local bodega and your local bodega and drop 10 grand in a bodega. You don't know what it's like to do that. No, this is the type of stuff that Edgar Berlanga does. You don't know what it's like to do that. That ain't a regular Puerto Rican right there. That's a special Puerto Rican. You get what I'm saying? I want y'all to see him again. You have regular Puerto Ricans, and then you have special Puerto Ricans. You get what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You know, like, let's see. You see what I'm talking about? You see that there? Walking down the street.
We outside.
We outside. You see that?
We ain't fucking outside. That's what I'm fucking talking
Edgar
about.
Pops
Always talking that shit. Don't get on.
did a hard time in prison.
We on this bitch.
Terror Squad.
We outside.
See what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Talk all you want to talk. When you get that work in, you can talk the way you want to talk, and then you back it up. That's the seal of prophet right there.
Yeah. Words of wisdom from Bernard Hopkins. Words of wisdom. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, the king of New York. The Prince of Puerto Rico. You get what I'm saying? Walking through the city. We outside, baby. We outside. You know, it is what it is. When you the king of New York, you can walk outside like that. Hey, LaJessica, listen, LaJessica, when you the king of New York, you can walk outside like that. You get, hey, Miss Black Panther, when you can do that when you the king of New York, when you the Prince of Puerto Rico, when you the face of Boston, when you got the keys to the city, you can do that. You get what I'm saying? You see how Bernard Hopkins recognized greatness? Man, boy, Edgar Berlanga milking this shit, boy. Boy, he's squeezing all the milk out the udders, out the cow. Listen, bro, he milking this boy. I say, boy, this motherfucker, boy, he raising his profile. I know what he doing, dog. Boy, he parlaying this shit. He probably getting everything for free too. He parlaying this shit, boy. Like, yeah, boy, I'm Edgar Berlanga. Bro, he headlining. We got check this out. We got a non-title fight headlining, and we got a co-main event, a title fight, which is the co-main event of what's the main man name? Shakur Stevenson and William Sapelta. That's a title fight. The non-title fight is the headline. That ain't by accident. Hey, one I can't say he's still milking this motherfucker. We outside, baby. Hey, look here, man. Look here. And I don't talk to my brother G5. He from the Bronx. They told me I ain't got to check in when I come to New York and I go to the Bronx. He told me I ain't got to check in. I'm good. Okay, so I ain't got to check in. Okay, you know, cause I'll call Edgar Berlanga now. I ain't got no problem calling Edgar Berlanga. I know he's from Brooklyn, but when I come back to Brooklyn, or if I go to, you know, I don't know who I need to call. If I got to check in, I call Edgar Berlanga if I had to. You know what I mean?
You gotta take the picture right.
From Times Square, New York City.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just. Yeah.
Face off time, baby.
Face off time. You look at that. You see all that ice right there. You see that ice?
Man, we outside.
We outside, man.
New York.
Yeah.
I know what time it is, man. We outside.
And look at he got a security. Y'all see that security right there? Y'all see that security behind Edgar?
You know what I'm saying? We're in New York.
Boy, that's a big. But he look like he Puerto Rican. Boy, look at that. He got an arm tattoo and everything. Boy, that's a big ass Puerto Rican there. Boy, I don't want no smoke with him. No. Boy, he got some big Puerto Ricans like the Terror Squad. Listen, they ain't got a bunch of little niggas on the Terror Squad. They got a bunch of big niggas on the Terror Squad. Oh, it's some, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just saying that's the biggest Puerto Rican I ever seen. I didn't know they made Puerto Ricans that big outside of Big Pun, but man, that's a big. Damn. What he been eating?
Man, we outside, man. We in my city, y'all.
I don't know what time is it.
It's early. Hey, he's so cute. He's so cute. You get what I'm saying? Crazy. It's crazy right here. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's crazy right here.
Beautiful atmosphere.
Oh, Times Square. Oh, that was the Times Square fight. It was crazy out here, yo. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, hold on. He iced out right there. Hold on, he iced out right there. Let's see what's up. Hold on.
I told him he going to the trenches, nigga.
Yeah.
We outside. We going to the trenches.
We outside. You heard? You heard?
Nah, I don't overlook him. It don't matter. It don't matter if he's scared or he's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once those punches start touching your face, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The fight changes.
You get what I'm saying? You feel me? Y'all see Edgar? Mention this shit, boy.
Listen, we're here right now in the TCO headquarters, man. TCO Auto Body Shop, TCO Car Wash, TCO Towing, TCO everything, man. Royal Automotives. I got my brother here, Chris. I know the vibes, man. You're
Okay.
about to take over the whole Queens, the whole New York, man.
You see what I see? Oh, you got it, brother. I ain't never seen Chris. His brother Chris. See, Jamie, you got to know. See, Jamie is very important. You know all of the members of the Terror Squad. We got Edgar Berlanga, brother Chris. You get what I'm saying? You already know Joey Crack, Fat Joe. You already know that there. We got Remy Ma. Remy Ma going through something with Papoose right now, but she's still down with the Terror Squad. We know we got Pistol Pete. You get what I'm saying? You know, my pops, he just, he did time, you know. So, right, Jamie, you got to know who all the key players is. That's all I'm saying. We got to know who all the key players is. So I didn't know he had a brother. Now I know that. And then you already know in Orlando like baby New York when it comes to Puerto Rico. Listen, in Florida, all the Puerto Ricans pretty much, they pretty much in Orlando, Central Florida. It's a gang of Puerto Ricans in Orlando. I'm talking about that Central Florida region right there. That's all Puerto Ricans. It's a lot of Puerto Ricans there. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, all I'm saying is you have to know who all the key players is. There's levels to this. Shout out to Carlos San Martinez. There's levels to this. So you have to know who the key players is. When you're on another level, you have to understand, how to play the game. Like, this ain't no regular New Yorker type stuff. Everything is very strategic. Everything is calculated. Everything is strategic and calculated when you're on this level. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Trey son say, Floyd, you destroyed the sport. Man, hey, listen, Trey, don't put that on Floyd, fam. Hey, Trey, no, don't do that. Don't do that, dog. Don't put that on Floyd like that. Don't do Floyd. Don't do Floyd like that, fam. Why y'all trying to say Floyd destroyed the sport? Don't do Floyd like that. Don't do him like that, fam. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is.
But when you are put in a certain position, he should be he's able to, like me. When I was in a position, I can pick and choose who I want to, because I earned that right.
Man, listen, the Floyd Mayweather blasphemy. Come on, fam. Don't do that. Don't do that. Floyd put in a lot of work. Floyd put in a lot of work for the sport of boxing.
Make it last. Make it last forever. Don't let I love me.
You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, fam. We put in a lot of work. We put in a lot of work, fam. Y'all can't be blaming everything. Can't be blaming everything on Floyd like that.
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the Wassa legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Catches bullets with his teeth? Nigga, please.
Hold on. Somebody said in the chat, hold on, you know what? They made a valid point. Let's pull that up. Let's pull that comment up. Somebody said that Floyd Mayweather didn't destroy the sport of boxing. He said the wannabe Floyds to destroy the sport of boxing. You see? Where that comment at? He said it's the wannabe Floyds. The dudes who want to be Floyd mess boxing up. They want to blame that on Floyd. You get what I'm saying? Floyd bought some jewelry. They want to buy some jewelry. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, Floyd earned the right. He put in the work. You get You get what I'm saying? Again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. Yeah, shout out to Cone Jocks. He said, yeah, man. Yeah, he said, Cone Jocks said, he said the wannabe Floyds destroyed the sport of boxing. Y'all can't be putting all that. Y'all can't be putting that on Floyd Mayweather now. Again, you know that is TBE. That TBE is some bullshit, but that neither here nor there. Listen, shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Jamie from New York, man, dropping that $2 cash app. He say, Coach, you make me hate Belango even more now. Hey, look here, man. All I'm saying, Jamie, is we outside. We outside. You get what I'm saying? Edgar Berlanga outside. When you the king of the city, you can walk through the city like that. I'm just giving you a day in the life of Edgar Berlanga. You have a lot of regular New Yorkers in New York. You know, you really don't understand what it's like to come from the bottom and reach the level of success that an Edgar Berlanga have. So what I want to share with you New Yorkers, I want to give you a gift. The gift is Edgar Berlanga, you know what I mean, walking through the city. Tim, what's going on, fam?
Everything good, man. What's happening with you?
No, I was hitting you up. I was on the show, and I was going to ask you a question about what about what you think going on as it relates to the Boots and the Teofimo thing, and give your opinion on it. But are you available to talk a little bit or no?
Man, I'm right in the midst of the workout. You remember when I hollered at you? I was actually eating lunch with some family, but
all right, but go ahead.
Man,
Go ahead and get your swole on. Get your swole on. Because, you know, they say you need to lose a little weight anyways. They say you need to lose a little weight. You know, you be eating good.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I'm saying? They ain't lying either. They ain't lying.
All right, Tim, I'll talk to you.
All right, please.
Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. That was Timothy Bradley. Yeah, man. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, he got to get his swole on. You know, he got to get his swole on. Some of these dudes be looking pregnant. They getting high on the hog and stuff like that. He got to tighten up on his backstroke. But anyway, back to what I was saying. You regular New Yorkers, what we're doing is what I love about what Edgar Berlanga is doing. Some people say I'm capping right now. There's a good chance I am capping, but that's neither here nor there. You know, so what Edgar Berlanga doing is Edgar Berlanga is the beacon of light. He is the hope and prosperity that God so blessed the city of New York with, because there's so much despair in that city. And when you have despair and darkness within the city of New York, they call it the Big Apple, but some call it the rotten apple, because there's a rot. Even though the apple looks beautiful and red and delicious, no diddy, on the outside, but what's festering within is an internal rot. And within that rot came a star, a shining light, a rose that grew through the concrete, the cracks of the concrete jungle. And his name is Edgar Berlanga. And he was able to overcome, wash off all of the rot, the stench of the rotten apple. He was able to overcome that and grow into the young man, the hope, the beacon of light, the motivation, the things that he is that. So, and he still live amongst the fellow New Yorkers. So when you see him, you too can be like Edgar Berlanga. Just as lightning shining from the east unto the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. In this case, just as lightning shining from the Bronx unto Brooklyn, so shall the coming of the face of Boston be. And we call him Edgar Berlanga. True. Now, if you guys ask me to repeat what I just said, I would not be able to repeat it. But just take it, just remember this time, and save it, and then you can go back and play it back whenever you want some motivation. True. Let's get everybody a round of applause. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Edgar Berlanga. This motherfucker. I'm just hey, they say something, they let me. But I can promote, listen, bro, I can promote Edgar Berlanga, man. Y'all get in contact with Edgar Berlanga, man. Y'all say, look here, man. Say, coach, say, listen, man, you got to do what they Coach Malachi, man. This dude, this dude. Any fighter in boxing, if you need some help, and if you're a fighter in boxing, you need some help. You're trying to get your namesake up. You're trying to get your clout up. You need somebody to speak for you in order to if you're looking for good PR. If you're looking for a PR, get in contact with Coach Malachi and Associates. You too. I too can make you look like you the greatest fighter of all time. True. We can do that. We can do that. I promise you, when I finish with you, they're gonna think you Godzilla when I finish with you. You know what I mean? If you have any problems getting women today, right? Because a lot of these women they say the modern women. If you have any troubles getting a woman today, you ain't got no game. Don't worry about it, baby boy. I got you. Holla at the old boy, Coach Malachi. I got a class that I teach. It's called the Gift of Gab. I got the Gift of Gab class. Y'all can sign up. If you have low self-esteem, you see this fine ass woman you want to talk to, but you intimidated because you scared to talk, you don't want to be rejected. Don't worry about none of that. Come and holler at the old boy. I promise you, when I finish with you, your confidence will be through the roof. Yeah, guess what? You ain't gotta believe me. If you don't believe me, go Google it.
Don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If you got a problem, you have any issues, you trying to get out there, trying to get promotion, you get what I'm saying? Trying to increase your brand. Get in contact with Coach Malachi. I'm telling you, dog. Right now, we got Edgar Berlanga. We got the terror squad. I heard somebody in the chat said Pistol Pete was a terrorist out there on the street now. So they said Pistol Pete certified. So Edgar Berlanga's got some real goons around him. He got them Puerto Rican goons. Listen, I do not want any problem with no Puerto Ricans in New York. I'm telling you right now, I don't want no problem, dog. No, y'all know stabbing motherfuckers. But especially if you with the terror squad. We know the terror squad. We know y'all certified. We know that. Your reputation precedes itself. I get that. Tell Benny the jeweler, I ain't had nothing to do with calling him a Jew. That was Bill Haney. Bill Haney said, call him Benny the Jew. Benny the jeweler. I'm just saying, baby, I heard you was a Jew. I ain't got nothing against you. I'm just letting you know right now, baby. You know what I mean? Just go ahead and, let Joey Crack them know I'm coming. You know what I mean? My brother G5 told me I ain't got to check in if I go to the Bronx. So I'm good on that there, right? Now, Brooklyn, I got to talk to Jamie or Yarmus. I need a pass. I need a favor. Jamie, I know you in the chat. I'm going to get in contact with Yarmus. I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to put a bug on the street in Brooklyn. I need to let them know, give me a pass. When I come through, I need a pass to come through. You get what I'm saying? I want to go through the proper channels.
Don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit. What he says we don't believe.
You know what I mean? I don't want to talk to the mayor. I don't want to talk to the police. I don't want to talk to the county commissioner, none of that. Get me in contact. Get me in contact. Get me in contact with Edgar Berlanga. Edgar, you know what I mean? I know you're the king of New York, man. Can I come? I'm finna book a flight. I'm finna book a flight to come to New York. I want to go to Brooklyn, man. I want to get your blessings. Okay, I tell you what, Coach. You know what I mean? You did a good thing. You did a good thing because, and one of my peoples saw you out here on the streets of New York without you calling me, notifying me that you was coming. There's some bad things that potentially could have happened to you, Coach. Some bad things potentially could have happened to you. So you did a good thing by calling. Don't worry about it. I'm finna get on the phone with Joey Crack right now. I got Pistol Pete right here. Pistol Pete. Give me a Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete, he was a terrorist out there on the streets. You better know. Ask everybody about him. You know what I mean? Pistol Pete wasn't the one to be messed up with. So, it's a good thing. Hey, Pistol Pete, Coach is coming in tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon. Make sure that we have a couple of members of the terror squad, there to make sure he have a safe passage. Hello. Hey, man. May I speak to Edgar Berlanga? Yeah, this him. Who is this? Hey, man, Edgar, what's going on, man? I'm one of your biggest fans. My name is Coach Malachi. Yo, Coach, aren't you that dude? You the little dude that got the podcast. You call me the Puerto Rican inside. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I like you. What's going on? Hey, listen, man. I got a couple of friends that's in Brooklyn, and I got one in New York. I got one in the Bronx. I got G5 from the Bronx. You know what I mean? I got some people I want to visit in the Bronx, but then too, I got some people I want to go visit in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? I got two of my partners there, but but I know you run the city, you the king of New York. Now they told me I ain't got to check in. So if I go to Brooklyn, if I go to the Bronx, do I have to check in with Joey Crack or I'm good? I'm good. No, I don't know. It depends. You know, what part of the Bronx you going to? I don't know yet. I ain't figured that out yet. Okay, but what about Brooklyn? I know you the king. I know you king of New York. You know, you run Brooklyn pretty much. You know, it's big, small than you. Is there any way that I can come through there? Do I have to check in? You know what, Coach? I know what I respect about you. You understand protocol. Protocol, that's respect. I like that. Do you know Jenny? Do you know Benny the jeweler? Do you know him? No, I don't know Benny the jeweler, but I know Timu. True. Don't worry. When you come to New York, I'm gonna hook you up with some custom ice. You know, you want to go shopping? Yeah, I really don't let a grown man buy me clothes. So that kind of look kind of crazy. You know, if you know what I mean, we going in the mall and you know, you buy you some clothes and you buy me some clothes. That kind of look kind of crazy. I'm just saying from where I'm from. I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with that, but you get what I'm saying? I don't, you know, now if you want to give me the money so I can buy my own clothes, that might be a little bit different. Oh, so you want me to give you money? You want me to give you money? What you think you're my girl? What you think? You're my girl? You're not my girl, are you? You're not my girl? No, I'm not your girl. I don't swing that way. Mama Hopefield do. But I'm just saying though, you say you want to go, you know, I mean, what you trying to take me shopping? True. Hey, what you trying to take me shopping or something? I don't know how to take that, dude. I don't know how to look at that as a compliment or an insult. You know, like what do I do? You know, if I come to New York and a nigga offer to take me shopping right now, what am I to do? Do I accept it? Like, damn, I'm finna get all these fancy clothes that I normally would not be able to afford to buy, or do I reject it? I want to ask the fellas in the chat before we go. Okay, if you in the city, if I come to New York right now, you in the city, and you meet Edgar Berlanga, you meet Fat Joe, the Terror Squad, and you know, and let's say Edgar Berlanga like you, he think you cool, you know, and you ride with him, and he take you to the mall, y'all in the mall together and shit, you know, all the females coming to be taking pictures, and you know, he go shopping, he buying us some clothes, you know, stuff like that, and he asks you, do you want something? Do you like how y'all look at that? how y'all get like how you would handle that? You get what I'm saying? Like, do you know? Hey, shout out to the Cardini. He said Belinga don't even have a hog head cheese. I'm just I'm just saying though, like, you know, you get what I'm saying? You know, this bitch. Nigga don't took me shopping. Nigga don't took me shopping, dog. Nigga don't split the bag. Yeah, don't split the bag. Yeah, he bought shit. When he bought something, he bought me. Well, every time he bought him something, he bought me something. Yeah, baby, I got about $10,000 worth of clothes right here. You know, will it be a time? Will it be a time that, you know, hey man, you remember that time, dog? Hey, yo, what's up? Hey, coach, I need you. Yeah, what's up, Edgar? Yeah, man, I need you to come to New York right now. Yeah, I'm kind of busy right now, man. You know, I'm kind of busy right now, man. You know, doing my thing. Got a couple tender around. Yeah, look, I need you to come right now. Hey, look, man. I don't know how you calling me, telling me what to do, dog. Like, look here. Do you remember that time I spent $10,000 on you? I bought you all of those clothes. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. What, you thought I bought you that for nothing? Now I'm gonna tell you something. You know, you get on the plane and you come to New York now, or I'm gonna send Pistol Pete to Florida to come get you. And you don't want no problem with Pistol Pete. You know Pistol Pete's reputation, right? Yeah, I mean, I got a reputation too, nigga. Like, hey, what the fuck you talking about? Like, I got 10 felonies. What the fuck you? I've been to chain gang twice. No, I'm just saying, get on that. Yeah, but I'm just saying, you know, you do know there's consequences to this. All right, Edgar, goddamn, okay, I get on the plane, man. Goddamn. True. I do want to go back to New York. I don't want to get barred from New York. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Y'all know what time it is. We got to say all praise due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, the greatest human being on the planet Earth, Mr. Al Haney.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? But a name. Do you have a name? Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican Monster.
It is what it is, man. Shout out to the Mexican Monster. Shout out to the Mexican Monster, man. I hope everything work out for him. And shout out to the Face of Boxing.
Hey. Yeah. Ooh, that look good. How much fun?
ain't gonna lie to you, dog. If I ever interview Richardson Hitchens, I want to ask him that question. Look, there's a video of you, Javante Tank Davis, and Adrian Broner gyrating your hips, dancing, making moaning noises. Now, the question I want to have is this here. Like, what? Okay, there's a scene in the video where y'all were dancing together, but at one point in time, you took your right hand, put it on Javante Tank Davis's right shoulder, and you went to gyrating your hips while he was gyrating his hips going up and down, and you was, you know what I mean? You had your head looking down at his buttocks. Like, what were you thinking at that time? Were you fantasizing when you had your head down and looking at Tank cheeks? Were you looking at the cheeks, or were you just looking at the ground and you were doing like a humping dance? Like I'm trying to figure out like what would you think about on that? Did I read that correctly? What say you? I'm dead at. I will ask him that question, dog, and I'll probably never get that interview again. True. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to ask them. Y'all know what time it is.
See your eyes shining. She's my soul bunny, please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet Dr. Queen. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you move, stepping out of control.
Turn it up. It's me against the light.
Snow bunny.
Moving on the bar. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
No, that's
dancing in the light. With my snow, turn it up. Bring fire back and back.
See your eyes shining, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet Dr. Queen. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you move, stepping out of control.
Turn it up. It's me against the light.
Snow bunny.
Moving on the bar. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
No, that's
dancing in the light. With my snow, turn it up. Bring fire back and back.
Somebody in the chat say that's Robert Easter. That's not Richardson Hitchens. I got a cash app, $ True Media Today USA. And if you want to, what you want to bet on it? What you want to bet on it, brother? Are you sure about that? I play that video clip all the time. Trust me, brother. Trust me. That's what's your name? Serge Bandino. I ain't never seen you before, but if you did, I haven't seen you in a while. No. That's Richardson Hitchens, sir. That's Richardson. I can damn near guarantee you that, sir. That's Richardson Hitchens. I can damn near guarantee you that. If you don't believe me, let me show you again. I want you to look at it. I want you to look at it real good. Let's go. I want you to look at the side when he's saying hey and all that stuff there. Look at it again. You say it's a Robert Easter? I can promise you it's not.
Yeah. Oh, that looks good.
I'm gonna give everybody a shout out. After these messages. Hey, I had to do, hey, this is a true story. I had a dude from Florida. I was so ashamed. I was like, man, nigga, why you had to say you from Florida? Oh, man, coach, man, you tripping, man. Man, you tripping. Man, you know how I do. You always trying to make, he was a Tank fan too. You always trying to make it seem like, man, somebody doing something sweet or suspect. Man, you know how it is, coach. You know, people be hanging out with their homeboys and the homeboys get together. They be dancing and stuff. You know how it is. You know how we did it back in the day, coach. Don't you remember? I like, nah, me and my homeboys, they never did that. No. No, sir. I don't know what type of homeboy you talking about, sir. No, don't try to project that shit on me. No, that was you and your homeboy were doing. That's y'all. No, me and my homies ain't never did that like that. No, I don't know what you mean. Hey, shout out to No Cap Entertainment. Shout out to Summer in November. Shout out to La Jessica. Shout out to Green Eyes P. Shout out to Mika Lover. Shout out to Mr. Ruben Allen. The lovely Miss Black Panther. Shout out to Braska Raj, Aquarius Brown, IBS, Mr. Ruben Allen. Shout out to Cone Jocks. Let's see. Shout out to Mr. Corey Bradley. Sheila from Houston. Shout out to Sheila from Cali. Shout out to Carlos Martinez. JC in the building. Shout out to Trey. Mr. G4L. Shout out to Round One. Shout out to who else we have, man? Shout out to Mika Lovem. Shout out to Boys Be Crying. Mr. Bishop Bullwinkle. Oh yeah, let's give a shout out to Steve Kim, man, for coming on the show. I really appreciate him. Shout out to G5 from the Bronx. The Boogie Down is in the building. Shout out to the Cardenas. Shout out to Chapo Hanan. Who else we have? Shout out to Sarge Bendino. Mr. Willie Sumlin. George Venasio. Let's see. Shout out to School of X-Men. Shout out to Rick Timms. Ron Boy Fresh. Who else we have? Shout out to Jamie from New York. Hey, Jamie, brother, I'm telling you, I'm going to win you over. I promise you I'm going to win you over, fam. I know right now you don't like Edgar Berlanga, but my goal is to win you over. Shout out to Herb Winston. Shout out to Big Jag. Hey, shout out to my homeboy, man. Shout out to my homeboy, man, Darren, man. Darren, salute, brother. Yeah, man. Shout out to One Eye K. I'm trying to win Jamie over right now, dog. You know, we gonna get front row seats. We gonna get front row seats to Edgar Berlanga next fight. And how you think we gonna get it? How you think we gonna get it? Now we got it. You get what I'm saying? We got to get iced out. I got some good jewelry that I can wear. That I'm ordering from Temu. Now that I think the tariffs have been lifted. I think Trump don't have tariffs on China no more. So now the tariffs been lifted. I can get it for the low. I can get some good costume jewelry for the low. People ain't gonna know it's fake. If they see me walking with Edgar Berlanga, you know what I mean, and they know he a millionaire and he got real jewelry, they gonna automatically assume that I have real jewelry. True. No, I'm just joking. I don't wear jewelry. Y'all know I don't wear no goddamn jewelry shit. I ain't have no niggas rob me about that fake ass shit. I catch you guys on the next one. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.